A 1 2, a 1 2, a 1 2, a 1 2. Yeah, there you go.
I need you to be so fucking for.
You ready?
Imagine you ask your girl all year to come to the gym with you. She like, babe, I'm gonna do it, I got you. She never goes. But Gunna comes to town and has a 5K run, and she pays to go run with Gunna. What would you do? What would you do? Imagine you ask your girl all year to come to the gym with you. She like, babe, I'm gonna do it, I got you. She never goes. But Gunna comes to town and has a 5K run, and she pays to go run with Gunna. What would you do? What would you do?
Straight. You ready? All I want to say is Netflix. But man, I'm gonna get right into Netflix off the rip. Just one shout out to Netflix. Two, can I just sit here and say something because I y'all know I'm a vivid comment watcher, and I'm not like on a Joe Button calling people poor, but some of y'all niggas gotta stop with the crying on the poor shit. Though people be like, "How we gonna watch it? The Breakfast Club is not on YouTube no more." If you don't have Netflix on your phone like it's YouTube, that's a you problem. It's literally in a couple of days, it's gonna be 2026. If you don't have Netflix on your phone, that's a you problem, not a us problem. I don't care what you're talking about, dog. I'm cool. Like there shouldn't be like to this point, and y'all got, and I'm somebody who's not technical savvy or none of that, and I'm late to the party with all these streaming services. There's no way in God's green earth that I got Netflix on my phone and y'all complaining about not being able to watch Breakfast Club interviews because it's not on YouTube. If you don't got Netflix on your phone, that's a you problem. Again, shout out to Netflix.
Broke Jake's jaw.
His teeth look a bit removed as well.
Yeah, his teeth have come out of place. But credit to him, he done well. But I told him what was going to happen, but it just took 6 rounds to do that.
People will criticize you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel about that?
I deserve it.
Why? Come on.
Because, like, we're elite fighters. Like, so I put myself in the shoes of a coach. If I was coaching Anthony Josh and he went 6 rounds with Jake Paul, I would get him back in the gym tomorrow, give him a bit of a beating, and we're getting straight back to work because I'll be like, how are you letting this kid take you 6 rounds? Are you crazy? In boxing, there's a time when you systematically break someone down and you see their soul leaving their body. And after a period of time, 2 things start to happen to them. Either they give up or they get knocked out. And there was a bit of a mix. I said to myself, I'm not going to knock you out. I am going to systematically punish you round after round. And like, I wanted it to be slow and methodical. I swear, it might have dropped down now. And I just kept on hitting him. Sorry. Go.
No,
I hit you for everyone in England. I was hitting him. I kept on hitting him, and I could see I had that mentality where I was like, do you remember in the press conference I said he's Iverson and I'm Jordan, and I was like, I'm gonna just keep breaking him down because he was elusive. He was moving well. I broke Jake.
And can I say this before I get into that fight and give my review on it? Can we just stop with that? I think one of the worst sayings ever was, "Oh, but he got that bag, dog." No, listen to him say. I don't know how, and I think that's a kid saying, and maybe some older people have picked that saying up too. But dog, there's no way on God's green earth you gonna tell me I got that bag and somebody broke my jaw. I don't care about getting beat up ain't cool in the first place, but getting your jaw put through the Kanye West through the wire is absolutely crazy. And people in the comments are, but he got that bag. Who cares, dog? He got his jaw shattered. Them pictures is going to live on the internet forever. And people been telling y'all that off the rip. Soon as Jake Paul got first time he got in the ring with an actual boxer, somebody him size, and I even seen some boxing scenes saying the crazy thing is they think Tank would have did him even dirtier. And 9 times out of 10 he probably would have because Tank is way quicker on his feet. But you could kind of see off the rip, Anthony Joshua was literally every punch he was going for a knockout. He was kind of like, after he kept running, he was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna have to jab him, and kind of like put him to sleep a little bit to catch him off guard and really knock him out. But dog, come on. That to me, when I seen people in the comments saying, but he got that bag, it's cool, it don't matter, he got paid, who cares, dog? If that's the case, I'm sure there are a lot of money.
Huh? That niggas don't care. He's not a professional, but why would he care?
Who?
Jake Paul. That's what you're talking about, right? You talking about because he got the bag. Why would he care?
What you mean? Why would he care about getting his jaw broke?
Yeah.
Marcus, let me break your jaw there. And let me see if you can.
No, if you're not paying me what Jake Paul is getting paid, no. I'm not going to break my jaw. What?
You're going to put that out in the recovery and all
that
shit
for
your
he
jaw.
can pay for it.
No, but you're going to use that money to heal.
No, what he got paid for that Netflix what's name? Hell no.
Man, you crazy as hell, nigga. I'm not. It's not. It ain't. I'm not trying to get
he's fighting. He's not fighting with hair gear on. So regard that could have happened anytime. But were you saying about how much he got paid for that Netflix?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Cool, he got paid, but I just think it's corny that anytime somebody do something corny, or anytime somebody try to defend something, is they got the bag. I think that saying is just corny. I don't.
But that's nowadays how it is.
Listen to what I'm saying. I don't care what nowadays is. It's corny. Saying just because somebody I'm not sitting here co-signing somebody to go get their ass beat because you got paid some bread. I don't care, dog. It's corny. Ain't no other way to dress it up. It's $90 million. The $90 million he got paid is 90 million ways for me to tell you it's absolutely corny.
So you would turn the money down?
I'm not sitting here saying I would turn the money down, but it does not mean that what he do is corny. He was running the whole time. And shout out to the referee, man. The referee, and I'm not gonna lie to you, shout out to the referee and shout out to everybody on the broadcast because they was calling it out. And I was kind of like, damn, this is a Jake Paul fight. He kind of he promoted the joint and everything. It was literally like they was talking crazy, they was talking greasy the whole time. But I shout out to the ref. I respect that ref so much because the ref sit here and stopped the fight. He was like, bro, nobody paid to see this. Stop running and fight, dog. You're running too much. Nobody paid their hard-earned money to see you run around. Like if you didn't want, if you was going to run, you should have took this fight.
He probably had to take the fight because he did the whole what's name shit.
Yeah, I don't care. Nobody don't want to see you run, nigga.
But that's my thing. Like I said, people getting upset with like I didn't watch the fight. I didn't even know the fight. I was asleep. I didn't even know the fight was on.
Yeah, that's cool for you. That don't matter. Everybody else still was watching it. And it was trending all on social media. Everybody
can't be mad when people saying, all right, he took the bag. He got paid for it.
I don't care. Stop running, nigga. If you want to be a boxer, box. Don't sit here and
he never said he.
No, that was a professional.
That was his first one, right?
Yep, and he got knocked out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not mad at it.
Yeah, whatever you say. I'm not condoning that corny shit. You condone a lot of half-ass bullshit. That shit is corny. I don't care. Shout outs to Anthony Joshua. Of course, like he said, I'm sure because even all the commentators were sitting here kind of like that. He should kind of get it done by like the fourth round. But it took him a little bit wrong, like I said, because Jake Paul just literally just kept running. By the time when Jake Paul finally stopped running and act like he wanted to box a little bit, it was nice out. Like again, and then shout outs to what's that young lady name is? I know it's Bama, but it's her first name. What is it? Amanda Bama. Man, I've been looking at her pictures all fucking week. But shout outs to y'all know who I'm talking about. Bama. I just can't remember her first name off the top of my head, but her nickname is the Bama. And even for her though, I get that she kind of wanted to keep thugging it out and pushing female boxing or women's boxing ahead, and you wanting to kind of do the same amount of rounds as the dude.
The one that was one. The one
she. Yeah, in front. Yeah, she fought. But no. Did she? She fought in front of
the Mike Tyson one. That was talking about
the light skinned girl with the cornrows and what's her? Is it Amanda? Is Amanda? Is her name Amanda? I want to say it might be.
The one who was like that was the best fight. The Mike Tyson one. They was like the opening.
Nah, because I want to say that was somebody else. Is it Amanda? What the hell is her name? I don't know why I keep.
The ones that she had the Jordans on, right?
No. This is a black girl. You talking about the Spanish girls? No, I want to say I know her nickname is the Bomber, but I can't remember her name off the top of my head, and it's not coming up on my social media right now. But again, like I said, shout out to her. I mean, I think again for her even watching that fight, her trying to because she wanted to do the men's things. Was they went 3 minutes, 12 rounds. I think realistically, you can kind of see like. She kind of got tired a little bit by the time you got to that 11th round because they normally used to doing 2 minute 10 rounds. You could tell by that 11, like, yeah, cool that you went the distance, but you was putting on a clinic them first 10 rounds because that's normally what your body is used to. Even you added extra minutes to it, so realistically, that's still almost added an extra round by the time you get to 10 minutes. But you could tell by the 11th round that girl she was beating the hell out of that girl for the first 10 rounds. That 11th round, that girl tried like brung it to her them last 2 rounds. So again, like I said, I get what she's trying to do because she, you know what I'm saying. Of course, she wants women's boxing to kind of get more recognition and get paid more money and even like put some validity to. We deserve to get paid more because realistically, I can box just as long as the dudes can. Yeah, she's a great boxer and hit with a lot of power, but you can see that power kind of went out the window for her going into them later rounds. So again, like I said, I think she may realistically want to rethink trying to push that 12 round 3 minute Jones because you could just tell them last 2 rounds you could tell she just wasn't used to fighting for that long because she kind of got winded and her power kind of went out the door a little bit and it gave that lady that she was fighting almost a little bit of a second energy. Man, I can't remember the dude name who was the opener fight. He was from Oxon Hill, Maryland.
That's why it came out to IE or something like that.
He might have. He punished
Right.
him. Whatever he was doing, he was punishing him. But again, what I'm saying, talking about shout out to Netflix, man, shout out to Dave Chappelle, like that, and that's one of the reasons why I mean, it was a commercial, but it wasn't a commercial. But of course, in the middle of the fight, Dave Chappelle announced his new Netflix special, and he went crazy on his new Netflix special. But I'm not come on, Lamar. He went crazy on his new Netflix special, and I do want to play a couple of clips from his from his Netflix special. But I just like the way that he just announced it just in the middle of just a fight when I was like, damn, that was so smart of Netflix. Because I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was kind of like, damn, when I'm watching the fight, I was kind of like, damn, this would have been perfect. Because if y'all already kind of knew that y'all had that in the tuck, I even think that was been a perfect time to kind of promote the new podcast, like the Breakfast Club and stuff that they had coming to Netflix in 2026. That kind of would have made a lot of sense. But I like the way that they did the Dave Chappelle thing, throwing that in the mix and was like, oh, snap, he got to jump. So it was like literally right after the fight was over on Netflix, Dave Chappelle's new special. So I think that was just super smart marketing, and just Netflix kind of just continuously just show how to do it the right way and kind of keep people on the app. And that's why I'm not mad at them even doing the podcast thing again. And the reason why I'm not mad at it because I like and I mean, of course, we on YouTube now, but I just where I kind of like their algorithm a little bit better. Even if you watching stuff, they continuously like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to continue watch every time you get on Netflix, they ask you, do you want to, even it could have been something you watched a month ago, and if you didn't finish it, it's still up there. So for people who just like, if you subscribe and you watching like one Breakfast Club interview, I'm sure that you're gonna be able to constantly, they'll remind you like, hey, the Breakfast Club got a new interview or whatever the case may be. Do you want to watch it? I think it's just even 100 times better, because sometimes with YouTube, like I'm sure if you on YouTube and you use YouTube a lot, I'm sure you subscribe to endless YouTube channels, and sometimes they don't show you what's new on them Jones. Like maybe they'll show you like, even like listen here and say, just for example, like if I watch Past the Mic tonight, and of course my algorithm the next day will be all different passes and different sermons with, but it's still like, damn, the Breakfast Club just put out a new YouTube John. Why you ain't showing me that? Like sometimes I have
notifications.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, well, I guess you gotta turn the notification, but I shouldn't have to. Like if I'm subscribed to the Jones, I feel like you should just
because it'd be on the sides. If you don't what's name and click on it, it won't. It's just like I said, it usually show when you come to your top, it kind of recommend the stuff, but you got to actually hit your subscribe thing to actually see
what's new.
Yeah,
let's go to Diction.
Because I was wondering, because even when they the net, is it gonna be like the BET joint? Because the BET joint was terrible.
What you mean where they weren't just like playing the
wasn't the whole thing. It was just like bits and pieces of the.
No, I think they're gonna post. I think they're supposed to be posting all the whatever they was posting on YouTube onto Netflix. So I'm sure that'll be because most of their YouTube, I mean, most of their interviews are like, because if you listen to,
because I think that's what it is, because it's from iHeart, right?
I don't listen to it. I mean, I just download the Breakfast Club on the actual podcast app. I don't listen to it on iHeart.
That's my only like. I would be kind of messed. I'll be kind of mad. It's just like how you kind of present it if it's not the full episodes. Because like I said, when I seen them do the BET joint, I'm like, that's just a waste. It wasn't. It was no point of it. I mean, putting on BET if he wasn't showing the whole interview. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole episode.
Oh no, because they was showing it probably, I guess, the way it will be recorded as a show. Because I mean, that's how even when they upload their daily episodes on the podcast app, there's not the whole. I mean, they don't do the whole interview.
Yeah, no, you don't like the music playing wide. But if I'm saying like the way they was, like I said, when on the BET joint, it was like, all right, they whatever. Let's say DJ Envy did his little what's name segment. He read whatever he do. Boom, go to the commercial. Then come back. Just Larry's mic, whatever, her little joint. Boom, go to commercial. Then Charlamagne might read, then go to commercial. It's like I said, it wasn't like a full.
Oh, it wasn't like a full. It wasn't you basically saying it wasn't like a full podcast. Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I think realistically, I'm sure Netflix not going to allow them to still post their big interviews on YouTube. So I'm sure realistically, I mean, the smart thing, I agree with you saying, like if that's the way they do it, it's almost like I ain't gonna sit here and say it's pointless, because that's how I listen to it on the app. That's how they kind of break it down, like you actually listening to the radio. Besides, of course, there's no music, and that's probably what they was doing when they was uploading on BET as well. It's just not of course, like when they go on commercial break or they playing music. So they breaking it down in segments.
I don't even think they did like the call-ins or nothing like that on BET.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. They did. Like I never seen it when it was on BET, so I wouldn't know necessarily how they was gonna do it. But again, even while we talking about Netflix, again, shout out to Rory and Mo. Like I think even for them, I seen the way they kind of finesse theirs. I just hope that they I mean, I'm sure they got it on Netflix now, so they kind of gonna have to get people to come into the studio and actually do it. They're not gonna be able to keep, because I hated the way they were doing their jumps originally when they were trying to do when they were trying to interview the athletes, because it was like, I'm just not.
You can't get them in there.
Yeah, like I'm not a fan of that. Like,
did you listen to those, the athlete ones?
I mean, I tried to. I mean, the best one to me was the Lexi Brown Jones because they actually cool her. So that to me kind of probably was their best one. Like them Jones was,
I stopped doing the athlete.
Yeah.
I just listen to the regular.
So that's my point. So, but that's the one that is that for their Netflix deal.
I don't think they're gonna do the sports one. I think they're just gonna do the Roy and Maul.
No, read the joint. It say it on the joint. It's the sport. It's the sports joint. Yeah, that is the only. I think that's the only one. I could be wrong, but when I read it, the way it was uploaded, it was called. I want to say like Rory and Maul, whatever they called it, Rory and Maul, no ball or whatever the case may be. I think that's how it was. But good again, I think it won't be as bad if they can get the people to come in studio. I think it was horrible because it's hard to get real chemistry with people that you don't know over the phone. Like I wasn't a fan of none of them Jones. Some Jones were just like cheese, and some of the people they were interviewing, you really didn't know nothing about them. I understand when people be trying to do those Jones. I be feeling like sometimes it can kind of just send it.
Besides the Breakfast Club, what other ones would you? That was the only one.
Joe and Jada.
Joe and Jada, okay.
And I think that was the only ones
Joe
that
and
I
Jada,
knew.
That would be
that's perfect for Netflix because the way they don't even look, the way it's set up and everything.
They don't even record that much, so
yeah, it's perfect for Netflix. The way their joint is already set up like that. To me, to be honest, I probably honestly would rather watch that joint on Netflix than kind of like because some joints I'm not like. It maybe depends just on how good the conversation.
But I want to ask you because even watching it on like I get it, watching on YouTube, you got the ads and all that, but like. On Netflix, like I mean,
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's probably my biggest pet peeve. Like the bigger the show is, and the way YouTube goes too crazy with them ads sometimes, though. Like I'm not gonna lie, and I'm cool with ads. Like I like the way Netflix do it. Like I'm not a person who don't mind watching ads, but I'm telling you, I like ads that actually make sense. Like Netflix ads make sense. Like they letting you know, like even during the Jake Paul fight, they letting you know, like, hey, don't forget Christmas Day. The football games coming on or whatever the case may be. Like I like those things. Like don't sit here and just kind of like man, they be throwing me off. Like
I think with YouTube, you kind of you want to put everybody in the mix because you're paying them.
Yeah, but some of them ads just be too.
No, what I'm saying, and that's why when the surveys come up, and that's what I said. Like when the surveys come up, I skip. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what it is because they really go off of their algorithm or what you say or what you hear. Now, Netflix, like I said, they only going off what you recently watched or whatever the case may be. And I said YouTube is kind of like your whole phone, whatever you searched up or looked at.
And again, like I said, shout out to Netflix is even with the what's the last one before we get off of Netflix. I'm gonna play the clip from Dave Chappelle before we got here, but they got a new movie coming out with Tiana Taylor and I forgot some big name older white actors. I can't remember, but I believe the name of the movie is called Off the Rip or it's called The Rip. I can't remember exactly what it was. It's either Off the Rip or The Rip, but I know Tiana Taylor and I forgot the two. It's like two huge big older white actors. I can't remember. They kind of play a lot of the
Close.
What's his name?
It's a woman, Glenn Close, something like that.
But it's two dudes who kind of normally play in a lot of those like gangster like Italian type of movies. I can't remember.
Al Pacino?
He might have been in. I can't remember. Or what's the other? What was the one of the niggas that Jennifer Lopez was recently married to? Was it Ben Affleck? I think he might be in it.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I do know they was advertising that as well.
So quick to say this. They said, Charlie Kirk is this generation's Martin Luther King. No, he's not. Yeah, that's a reach. You know, they both got murdered in a terrible fashion. They both got shot in the neck, but that's about where those similarities end. Charlie Kirk is a motherfucking internet personality. No, by design. Fundamentally, you can't function like Dr. King. Internet niggas are negative because they have to be. Because nobody will engage them unless they say shit that makes them upset. That's Charlie Kirk. Could you imagine Dr. King was behaving like Charlie Kirk? Smash that like button and subscribe. Follow me for more content like this. I believe all black people should be free. Change my mind. And the whites.
If you haven't seen the new Dave Chappelle stand up, again, Dave Chappelle is one of those people who kind of like, I mean, his style of comedy is more of one of those things. If you're one of these people who don't want to learn nothing or hear somebody have some thought thought-provoking comedy. Of course, I'm sure 9 times out of 10, Dave Chappelle won't be your cup of tea, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of like he be smoke. Like I ain't gonna even lie to you. Even just when he do the Nipsey, he got a Nipsey Hussle story, and he kind of tied into like people's conspiracy theory on Nipsey Hussle dying from trying to like do a documentary on Dr. Savy because whatever the HIV stuff. So then he tied that into somebody he knew, and he paid Dr. Savy to try to help heal them from their HIV thing. And he was like, guess what happened to my friend? He still died of HIV. Like the way, of course, I'm screwing it up, but I'm just sitting here telling you, Dave Chappelle just got a great way of telling stories and still making it like educational, but he gonna make it edgy enough that you still gonna laugh. So again, like I said, if you haven't watched the new Dave Chappelle, don't watch it again. Like I said, shout out to Netflix. And I just like the fact that again, them adding different podcasts. And I think it's like, man, shout out to the Breakfast Club though. We'll get into Charlamagne's other situation a little bit later. But I do want to say here, I guess because I played the clip of him talking about Charlie Kirk. I mean, realistically, the only other place to go for today is, man, I said this before and I'll continuously just keep on saying this, bro. Like, Nicki Minaj don't make good enough music no more for me to sit here and feel like any type of way of not sitting here saying cancel her or whatever the case may be, bro. I don't care. Her music ain't good enough no more. Like it ain't nothing to sit here and be like up in arms for. But the crazy thing is just to see people still trying to defend her. Like again, like I think sometimes the internet be having y'all be in your own lives and your own delusions. Cause it's like, bro, there's no way in the world you should even still be trying to defend this. If you are a working class person and you go to work every day and you have any type of like struggles in life, if it's you being gay, you being black, you being Spanish, or whatever the case may be, there's no way on God's green earth you can sit here and say in good faith that you can condone the way Nicki Minaj is moving right now. Like, bro, her music don't slap that hard. Like, you ain't sitting here like again, and I can't speak for everybody. I'm just sitting here saying for me, if I never hear another Nicki Minaj song ever in life again, bro, I'm cool and I wouldn't care. And shout out to Nicki because Nicki was the first famous person to ever repost one of my videos. So I'm not sitting here saying it like I hate Nicki Minaj. Like literally, I appreciate her for doing that, but the shit she's doing right now, bro, it's corny. You can't. It's no other way to sit here and say that. And it's just like, and I seen even people like, oh man, I see her setting it up so next time she drop an album, she gonna do like 500,000 because she getting a whole new fan base. Like, bro, again, that goes into that generation of, oh, I don't care. They got the bag. Like, bro, that's corny, dog. For the people who sit here and got you to be to the level of who you are as Nicki Minaj, it's no way in hell you can sit up on that stage and sit here and be like, bro, like, why? Like,
why now? Why now?
You know why now? Because nigga, we just did a top 10 Billboard hottest female rappers of 2025, and she was nowhere near to be thought of, and nobody outside of a Nicki Minaj fan thought she should have been on it.
But that's my thing for you. For people would even say, "Oh, she gonna get a new fan base," but why now? You should have did it when your album came out. If that was the case.
Yeah, maybe in her mind, she probably still felt like she could still kind of do something different, or think that it was like it was another chance for her to do something different, bro. It's clip. And it don't have nothing to do with just her being on the stage, but she just don't put out good enough music no more, neither. The music just don't hit no more. You can't sit here like, I'm sorry, dog. Like Nicki Minaj ain't put out a slap. When the last time you listened to Everybody? Because that was the only standout song from off that project. So it's right. Like, come on, dog. Where's the joint where she was actually talking? Because I don't want to play the music part.
What did she come out to?
I don't want Nicki Minaj, a super bass.
Have the utmost respect and admiration for our president.
And real quick, before I even finish playing this, and for all the people to sit here and be like, "Oh, it's cool to have opinions on different sides." For Nicki Minaj, for her just as a person, just on her finance, I don't even know what her financial status is anymore because I think at this point she doing a lot of this just off the strength because her pockets may be clapped and tapped. But all I'm just sitting here saying is it's cool for however you want to vote and whatever you cool. But when you sitting here saying people who championed you are the same people that these people disagree with from the LGBTQ. Let's be clear. Even when I'm sitting here saying like I don't think Nicki Minaj is a top 10, the people who going to sit here and say and give you some pushback 9 times out of 10 is always going to be a gay person, and that's not no shade to gay people. But sometimes y'all got to stand up for yourself because you can't sit here and want to stand up for yourself when Boosie say something crazy and you want to cancel him or you want to cancel Jess Hilarious, but you don't want to cancel Nicki Minaj for going on stage with a bunch of people who hate y'all. Like, are you serious? Like that be my point of sitting here saying like you can't sit here and pick and choose when you want to stand for your community and want people to speak up for y'all. Because if that's the case, then you should sit here and want to cancel Nicki Minaj right now. Because guess what I'm telling you? Go just Google any of those talking points from anybody that be on that stage with them people, or anybody who sit here and stood up and felt some type of way about Charlie Kirk when he got killed. Like if any of those situations, there's no way in God's green earth you can sit here and tell me that you okay with what Nicki doing, bro. I don't care. Her music don't hit that hard, dog.
I mean, just in the same fact, Lil Wayne took a picture with Trump,
and niggas was trying to kill, but he got out of jail. He actually got out of jail for that.
For Nicki, I don't get it.
Like niggas try to kill Snoop, you try to kill Nelly, and all of these other niggas. And all they did was perform. Though she got on stage and actually spoke. And again, I'm not trying to shade Nicki, but let's just call a spade a spade. Nicki Minaj does not have more classic songs than Snoop or Nelly, and y'all wanted to cancel both of them. I still want to hear it's getting hot in here. I still want to hear Air Force Ones in my grill. Like I still want to hear though. I still want to hear Nelly and Kelly. I don't care if I never hear another Nicki Minaj. Oh, what the hell is this nigga doing? Come on, Mark Andrews. What's up with you, dog? Man, this nigga be boring.
Have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact. He's from Queens, New York, like me. So, but what it's shown me personally is sometimes, you know, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it. I have, but you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on. You'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not, and it's just not fair. But you do. We won't be silenced ever again. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world. Amen. We won't be silenced. Dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing, and you know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. And this is what's so beautiful about this moment, because if the internet wants to clip it, who cares? I love this woman.
They're young men.
Let me. I'd rather play somebody, let somebody else, and I can close this one out. And this is the crazy. This woman because I mean, I'm sure you may be able to hear, but let me sit here and say this. This is a white woman, and you can probably hear it in her tone and her voice and the way she even kind of execute this. And this speech is my point. Like, bro, I can't believe Nicki. Like it. And again, real quick, but before I even play this. No, this doesn't take away that Nicki Minaj is still one of the greatest rappers, period. Woman or man, but this is corny, and it ruins your legacy, and this will sit here and like, again, I do think Nicki Minaj fans is that delusional where they may not care, and they may still be cool with this and won't give a goddamn and still be a Bob and rep her to the fullest, but I think for the person who kind of was just like, I'm just a Nicki fan or I can just respect her rapping, it's going to make it hard for those people to sit here and say, I still respect you as a rapper, because it's going to be hard for me to
But
respect
can
you
you keep
as a
saying that if
person.
she don't put on no good raps?
No, you can't, because I think the difference between even for her and Wayne, if you just kind of keeping it in that camp, is Wayne may not be able to put out a good album no more himself by himself, but Lil Wayne still put out classic features. You can still get a Lil Wayne feature and he'll still rap anybody up under a school bus any given day. Like that's one thing you cannot deny Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is still a great rapper and still probably absolutely the best feature for your dollar. So again, like I said, play this clip.
Weekend, Turning Point USA just held what my friend Lauren has been affectionately calling Kirkchella in Arizona. It was the Turning Point America Fest. Anyway, Nicki Minaj was there, and she publicly on stage not only endorsed Donald Trump and MAGA, but also said that Black women need to stop blaming white women for everything. I am going to hope and pray that this puts the Nicki Minaj stands in the gay community finally in their place. Because whether it is Nicki clinging to the MAGA movement and Donald Trump for some shred of relevancy, or the fact that she's married to a offender who a high school aged girl with a knife, a girl that Nicki knew, or the fact that Nicki paid for her brother's legal fees after he a 12-year-old girl and then paid for a private investigator to stalk and harass said 12-year-old girl. Barbs, I need you to be so fucking for real. Bottom line is this washed up, transphobic, homophobic, grifting, PDF file defending weirdo has got to go. And gay club DJs, I need you to expeditiously get her off of your fucking playlists.
Again, like I said, we can end it with that. And one thing I will do real quick, because I mean, of course, I feel like you can feel however you want to feel about Donald Trump. One thing I will give him credit for is, and because I do live in the DMV area, so I know a lot of federal government employees can appreciate having Christmas Eve off now and also having the day after Christmas. He has put in a he's put in a new making it a new holiday where these are federal holidays now, so people don't have to sit here and use their paid leave to sit here, or their PTO, personal time, is that what that's called? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to use that no more for your Christmas Eve, because I'm sure a lot of people 9 times out of 10, especially working class parents or single parents, especially single moms or even single dads, and you sit here trying to like stretch it close to that Christmas Eve, and you kind of even be debating if you're going to work or not. So the fact that now that they giving that a federal holiday, I mean, it don't matter.
It ain't for everybody though.
What you mean? What you mean? It's not for everybody. Who is it for and who is not for?
It wouldn't be for everybody like they did last year. What was that? What was last year? Was the week? What was the one when it was the weekend last year?
I don't know.
I know one. I want to say it was last year. It was one of them when they did like, because it fell on the weekend and they gave you that Christmas Eve of. I think it might have been when Joe Biden was in there. They did it, but it's not for, like I said, it's not a federal holiday for everybody. He's trying to put it in with like, all right, they don't charge you for, but it's not for everybody. Everybody don't get those holidays off, because like you said, you only get a certain amount of holidays. So like even for us. So if they sit here and increment those two as a holiday, then you're gonna sit here and take away. All right, you gotta take away some other holidays.
But I'm sure. I guess if I'm a parent though, realistically, okay, cool. Take away the other holidays. This holiday to me, if we talking about just for parents, I'm not, because I'm sure people, if you ain't got no kids, you don't give a damn about none of them holidays. You'll probably still take it and get the time and a half or the double time or whatever the case may be. But I'm talking about for people who parents. Okay, if they take away your Veterans Day, you give a fuck about Veterans Day more than Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas? Like, what we talking about? Like, take them. You can take them, nigga. You could, even if I'm a parent, I can rather give up Memorial Day or 4th of July or Labor Day or one of them other days outside of Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas. That to me seems, especially if you're a parent and you're an active parent, I think that day seems a little bit more important than sitting here saying, y'all. I mean, they give you endless random ass federal holidays that you can sit here and take on the chin and be like, all right, cool, I'll just work on that one instead of working Christmas Eve or working the day after Christmas. So again, like I said, I just, you can feel however you want to feel about them, but I mean, sometimes you just got to give credit where credit is due. And I also want to give them, man, the gas prices is getting lower and lower by the day. So again, shout outs to that. I'm not sitting here making it seem like I'm some trumper, but I will sit here when there's certain things that I can see that you can give somebody credit for. I do feel like you should give them credit because them gas prices definitely be going down by the day. I ain't gonna lie. I want to say gas today was like $2.62 or something like that. That to me, that's cool. That's good money. Like I ain't gonna hold you. So again, you give them credit for that. Real quick, because we kept talking about this dude last week, and I didn't have a clip to sit here and play off of his. I do want to play this one because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta take my ass off to this little nigga. He got some reds, dog.
You don't be a little delusional initially, like
sometimes. Because I'm naturally a lover boy.
I'm a lover girl.
Yeah, the girl could just be doing the smallest thing. Like if I invite her over and she just wash my dishes, I think she loved me already.
I see the little wiggle a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I know you're working. I've seen
Hey, that motherfucker hit. I ain't gonna lie. Shit.
I also think social media has brainwashed us a little bit.
Social media is not a real place.
There are women who be like, he has to spend this on you before this first date.
Like,
he has to do all these things.
It's just not realistic.
It's not realistic.
The date requirements that they be wanting, them don't even really be real dates.
Yeah.
She just wants some fancy ass shit just to get money spent on her. That's not a date. It's levels to it though.
I feel like it is levels.
You feel me? You can have a walk in the park.
Anything is
then the picnic. You can go to picnic after.
like that.
You feel me? It's like shit like that. Y'all niggas don't know vibey shit. Y'all just come out the pocket thinking that's it. No, nigga, that's why you.
That's a new joint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, they vibey. They vibey as fuck. Like a little date that take maybe 3 hours. That's still cool. But it's like an all day date. You will be on her mind probably that whole week from that just one day. And I'm real spontaneous. I just do shit. If I ain't got shit to do, like I'm a busy nigga. So when my day clear up, if I'm talking to somebody and I probably didn't have no time for him, like you with me today.
What you doing?
On some you with me today.
Listen,
yes,
I was talking to this one guy and he literally asked me that. He was like, what you got going on today? I was like, nothing. He was like, you in the city with me? I said, okay.
That's some fly shit for real.
I ain't gonna hold it up too much longer. But again, like I said, shout out to him. I guess why we kind of right here on the relationship thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen this clip of this dude, and he basically was sitting here saying he been asking his girl to come out and work out with him all the time, and his girl was like, no, I ain't really into the working out. And of course, and again, shout out to Gunna. So this is another reason why I wanted to play this, because during Gunna's tour, the cities he's been going into, he's been doing a 5K run when he goes to these cities. So, I mean, of course, I believe you got to pay to sign up to do these runs with Gunna. So, again, that is tight because I like what he is doing because, I mean, of course, y'all know I'm heavy into fitness, especially running and doing cardio. So, I do want to give Gunna a lot of credit for that. And real quick, just a sidebar, when you was talking about the shoes last week, I didn't know what you was talking about when you was talking about the recycle Jones. And I end up, the crazy thing is, I end up ordering one pair because them Jones was on sale for like $50. And I'm like, damn, let me just sit here, some Nike, some workout Jones. So, I ordered them Jones, and then they came, and them Jones was super comfortable. But I didn't know until when you said it, I didn't know what you were talking about. So they have recyclable. It's called, I guess, I want to say they called out of recyclable material. They want to say they made out of 20% of the shoe is made out of recycled material. But when I put them Jones on, they were super comfortable. I, do the little, how people do when you try on shoes, you do the little fake run, you do the jump, and I was just like, damn, these Jones super comfortable. They was 50. I was like, let me go order another pair real quick because I'm like, why they still on? Because I think they're like $80. So I'm like, why they on sale for 50? Let me sit here and just go ahead and order me another pair. So again, I mean, if you are somebody and you're looking for some cheaper running shoes, they do have.
That's what they were trying to do, like the courts outside, and they try to use a recyclable
material.
Mm-hmm. So it's more comfortable, on your feet.
Yeah, shout out to it is some tracks in PG County. I think the only one that I know off the top of my head, because all of them don't have that, but the jump right there by the stadium, what's that? The Sports and Learning Complex. They got that same little like on the track where they got that little comfy, like it don't feel like you running on concrete. It kind of feel like you almost running like on rubber. Yeah, but that's the only thing about that jump. That jump be kind of closed a lot of the times because they do so many of those big track meets there. So 9 times out of 10, they always trying to get keep the track in order. So they be like, you got to kind of like that little window that you can run on that jump kind of small and none. But Douglas and Upper Marlboro, at their high school, they also got it. And of course, that's where I was running on that jump the whole time during the pandemic. And they got the super comfortable jump. So I don't necessarily know what other high schools. I'm sure probably if I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I'm 100% positive. I'm sure probably Flowers and Wise, both of them, because they got big they got newer fields anyway. So I'm sure realistically their tracks probably also got their jumps They probably got their tracks done up too. If I'm just guessing off the top of my head, what other high schools probably got that good, comfortable track to kind of run on, and that's just kind of a heads up for when the weather break. But let me play this clip of this dude.
You ask your girl all year to come to the gym with you. She like, babe, I'm gonna do it, I got you. She never goes. But Gunna comes to town and has a 5K run, and she pays to go run with Gunna. What would you do? What would you do?
And real quick, before just for all the women who hear this, and if you feel like this is not a big deal, all I would ask you is if the shoes were reversed and your man sit here and you been wanting your man to get, come on, boo, let's start working out together. And he keep brushing you off, but then he say he ain't gonna sign up to work with Bernice Burgos. Exactly, that's exactly what I was about to say on my head, because that's the one that everybody can personally picture. We done all seen Bernice workout videos, so you can wrap your brain around that. For all the people who try to say it's not a big deal, how would you feel?
Work out with her, like you mean work out like you in a gym and she like your personal trainer?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it was a run. Like it was 1,000 million.
But he was out there.
It doesn't matter. He wasn't working with me personally. We were running outside.
But you went out there to go see him.
But you paid to go run with him, and you never wanted to go to the gym with me for free.
Stop it.
That's my motivation.
So you had another nigga motivate you and not me?
You probably just want to be. I mean,
don't do that. Don't you?
How do that work?
Don't you do that?
It's not a problem.
What?
So that's not so you would be cool if your nigga wanted to go work out with Bernice.
You're not gonna. No, it wasn't. You acting
All
like
right,
it
if he
wasn't
went on
a
a
personal
run.
one-on-one.
If he went on a run.
You're not interacting with her. Okay.
But if he went on a run, you'd be
okay. So
people do those runs all the time.
No, okay. So no.
But here's my thing, right? When you say the run, all right, it's Gunna. It ain't gonna be. It's gonna be females out there, but it's also gonna be niggas out there.
Okay.
So what do you?
Them.
You
That's
are.
Right. No, I'm not. I'm going for him. I'm not going for the other.
But
dudes.
he's not. He's
it's
not
gonna
a.
Be other dudes at the gym. So what are we talking about?
No. Like.
But okay, but just so my pushback to that will be, even with what you're saying, is a lot of people even complain about how now with the run clubs, that's a new way that people be kind of linking up on a date and shit. Like I done really played the clips on here a couple of times where people be doing their different little run, they be doing them little different run clubs because people be trying to link up.
But this is my thing. People run, they have 500 or whatever. They have those type of runs all the time.
It's not a marathon.
It doesn't matter. They still have those runs all the time. I don't go to those. So I'm not looking to hook up with nobody. I'm going because my favorite rapper, whoever he is, he's going to be there. I'm not going to hook up with anybody because if that's the case, I can go run all the time when they had these different runs in DC.
I might need to see her Apple replay, because if Gunna not even on there, what the hell you going out there?
Then what she pay for? I'm not paying to go run.
I'm about to say, I'm sure. I mean, realistically, let's be clear. She's paying to run with Gunna, because you're absolutely right. You could join one of them other run clubs for free. So I mean, I get both sides. We realistically, in most cities, especially in most major cities now, a lot of major cities have run clubs. We didn't play them on here from different jumps from people.
How much is it?
I want to say it's like $75.
Yeah, I feel.
No, I know what I'm saying. I would feel some type of way too, for sure.
Because if you these ones that's in the county or whatever the case may be, free,
you're probably not paying whatever. For them. Then again, you might. I don't know.
No, they probably. Be that much, I'm just saying they might be.
But you're running with your celebrity, whoever your celebrity crush or somebody that you like. If Bernice Burgos, she did a little run or whatever, all right, go run. But you're not doing no personal.
So what if Bernice was doing one of them classes, like you be seeing people what's Luby on them jumps with them and it's so funny because he literally always be right behind this one girl and she be smoking the whole entire class, but they be doing the little jumps and they be stepping on the bricks. It's two women who go super viral for them jumps, and one is a dark-skinned lady and the other one is a caramel lady, and they be kicking their feet up high as hell. So what if Bernice was having one of them type of classes where she was coaching the people who be doing the steps on the bricks?
Go for it. What do you want to go to step class for?
That'd be a hell of a work. I know for a fact I can't do it. So I ain't about to sit here and act like when I be seeing the nigga Lou from here to be doing the comedian jump, but I believe the classes got to be in Atlanta. So maybe he live in Atlanta now. But when I be looking at them classes, like the nigga Lou in good shape, like the nigga got muscles and all that, but that nigga be in the back of that class like he about to die because them jumps ain't no joke. So I mean, again, like I said, I think it's a good workout. I wouldn't be, if my girl worked out on the regular, I wouldn't be mad if she went and done the Gunna jump.
I mean, I guess I get it because you mad. Why? Because you can go with me for free.
Exactly, and then you pay $80 to go run with this nigga.
You ain't never stepped in the gym.
But you still have a crush. So if your celebrity crush was here, I'm gonna be mad at you because you paid to go see your celebrity crush. It's the same thing. It's like, like if you go see somebody in concert, it's the same thing. Now you could be mad, like, oh, well, I asked you to go for free. All right, cool. You mad about the money? I get that, but you mad?
No, I'm mad at the simple fact that I asked you to go to the gym. It's not like
I don't think it would be a big deal if you ever went to the gym with him.
If you went to the gym with me, if you went to the gym with me all the time, cool. That's fine. I'm all right, cool.
So you could be like, oh, man, no, I'm mad at going because it's a celebrity that's going.
That's why I'm mad. You never stepped foot in my
job telling me, hey, let's go work out together. It's somebody.
Might as well be him.
It's not. He's a celebrity. I'll never see him again. I probably don't have a chance in hell with him. So what's your
don't
problem?
Mean you wouldn't try your hand.
Well, then you shouldn't be with her if you think she's gonna try her hand.
Why she going?
We're not personally interacting with each other.
We don't know that. I don't know that.
Well, then run with me.
I don't know that.
Run with me then.
I don't know that. You didn't even ask me. You went and bought your own ticket.
Okay, maybe it's a girl's thing.
Yeah, I'd have been pissed. You bought your own ticket. You ain't say shit about this. I'm in the gym all the damn time. You ain't say, hey, babe, let's do this. You ain't say nothing. You bought it on your own because you was being sneaky. Oh, yeah, I'd have been pissed. Fuck that shit.
She told him about it. So
she ain't tell me shit. God damn it.
I'm going. No biggie.
I can't believe you were like,
What's the big deal?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I get with both. I do want to play this clip real quick because this was one of them jumps that you sent, Eric, and I ain't gonna lie to you, this one shit was crazy.
I hated the fact that I had happily married parents. Like I used to pray for them to get divorced. They didn't argue all the time and like that. I just felt left out because everybody in my school had a single mom. And I was just like, why do my mom gotta be happily married? Like, why is it me? Why am I cursed with a 2-parent household? I was also really mad that I lived in a home. Like I really wanted to live in the apartments because I just thought that it just looked so cool. Like all your friends live in the same building. Y'all all ride the bus. I genuinely wanted to be from the projects and I wanted a single mom. Really, I wanted 2 Christmases. This is just sick. The kids that was actually from the apartments, all that stuff, had a single mom. They made it look so fun. They always had the True Religions and the Jordans, but they always had the hot chips. They always had, you know what I'm saying? They always had box braids. I couldn't even wear no weave. I couldn't get no Takis from the store because they was unhealthy. So I really want to be a trench baby so bad, and that's so sad. Like as a parent,
you know what's so crazy? You know what's crazy? When you sent to Erica, I agree with what you were saying. Was like, damn, people just get on the internet and say anything. But if we just being honest,
I did until I actually listened to the entire thing.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
You know, the fucked up part about it, it's a lot of people who probably really think, not even just think like that. There's a lot of people who behave like that, where they kind of really be like, you live. I mean, if you live in the DMV area, people joke about that shit all the time. How kids in the live in Bowie or live in Montgomery County, and y'all got shiesties on. Like, what the fuck do you even know? Why do you even got a shiesty? Like, this area don't even consist or call for that type of attire for you to even sit here and put on. So I agree with everything you say. Like when I heard it originally, like when you said it originally, I'm like, yeah, this shit is corny. Like, why would you sit here and say something? But then when I'm actually listening to what she's saying and how she kind of really breaking it down, I could understand if you're going to school with these people, it could be influential and you could look at it completely different and it kind of make you a little bit jealous where like they may, especially if your parents could be in a 2-parent household and you can have and they could be well put together and they can be like, but they could be super strict where kind of like you sitting here saying like, all right, we this are fitting all the stereotypes on like the kids that live in the hood, their parents are a little bit more ghetto, so their parents is kind of still again going kind of joking into when we was talking about last week when people putting up with them and their kids and they got the gammas and this, that, and the third. So I kind of understand what she's saying where it's like originally just listening to it do seem kind of crazy, and then when you kind of like, all right, well, she kind of like it sound crazy hearing an adult, what your adult is, hearing somebody say it, but then when she kind of breaking it down, I kind of get it. I understand because it's a trench thing, but I think it's an age thing where if those people in the trenches, their parents is a lot more younger, so they're a lot more hip, so they kind of allowing their kid to experiment a little bit more with their hairdos, the way they come to school or whatever case may be. And realistically, if you got a younger parent, your younger parent probably still eating more junk food too, so it makes sense. Like I get what she's saying. It sound crazy when you hearing it because she kind of dressed it up where it's like, I was jealous coming up in a 2-parent household, and then of course a lot of people sit here, you celebrate kids who grow up in a 2-parent household. You want people to be raised in a 2-parent household, but when she kind of breaking it down, and if you just a kid being influenced, I get it. Like I get what she's saying. Well, I don't think it's as crazy when you kind of really listen to the way she break it down. What else was going on in the world?
Damn, Lamar ain't came back yet.
Nah, he about to piss me off.
That nigga's done.
I went and found a dude that did Young Jeezy's cars because why wouldn't I? Get a Chevy same color Tropicana orange juice. Y'all remember that song?
Yeah.
I went and bought a Chevy, told him to paint it the same color as Tropicana orange juice. I wanted alligator seats because I was a gator. It was orange and blue, blue and white, the whole car. $7,000 sound system, TVs everywhere. T.I., the rapper, told me you need the T-top. The sunroof ain't cool enough.
Old school T-tops.
So I got the whole roof redone just to cut the T-top holes in it. It was a 1983. I put over $100,000 into a 1983 vehicle, and that's 2005. Bing. Yeah, take this credit card right here. It was monopoly money.
And this is all before you got drafted. You got drafted.
I had $1 million credit line through Lloyd's of London, who gave me the advance. You know, they'll do the research and say, "Oh, you going first round? You better make $8 million. We'll give you $1 million." So when I dropped to the third round, I went from $8 million. My first contract was 4 years for $4 million. So I went from $8 million guaranteed up front to 4 for 4.
When your name's not being called and you know all the damage that you've done, are you getting nervous at all? Or is that not even on your mind?
Fire hot.
Okay.
I only made $30,000 that year because I spent $740,000 and I made $780,000 or something like that. That is hot when you think you're going first round and don't. I'm telling you, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I went and found.
And the reason why I wanted
crazy.
No, crazy as hell. And that's the reason why I wanted to play that clip. Because when I'm hearing that story, I can only imagine how, even if you're not just sitting here saying when it happened to athletes, but if it just happened to just somebody in how people spend money before you actually get the money. And that's basically what he did. He spent the money before he actually even got the money. Like, that story is absolutely insane. And I guess
it's more realistic.
No, of course it is.
But that's why I even say I don't understand even now, like why even these kids even trying to sit here and go pro. When you getting paid, you get look what did he say, how much he was about. Dog, they getting paid that just to sign.
No, I don't think. Of course, realistically, now I don't think kids is geeking to go shit. Look at Eli Manning and Peyton Manning nephew. He's staying back another year.
I would too. I'm like I said, I would. No, I would not rush at all.
But no, I'm not even. But you could still take this into regular people's life. I think just even normal people just kind of like just think about when of course, because we in Christmas time now. In a few months, you're gonna be right here for tax return, and people kind of probably already in their mind kind of imagine how they going to spend their tax money or where they going to save their money or what they going to do with their tax money. And you kind of already, again, spending it before it even come in. And then if it don't come in the way you got it and you already then added extra bills or you already purchased something because you thought the tax money was going to come, you can kind of put those two them things right into each other. I don't necessarily think this is just a sports thing. I think this is a people thing. A lot of people spend money before they got it. And what made me even want to play this clip as well, because a homegirl of mine sent me a junk where it was, what was this? I want to say it was Wells Fargo. Hold on, let me tell you exactly. I know it was Wells Fargo. I want to say I think it may have been Chase. Yeah, what is it? It was a JP Morgan. So it was Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citibank. And they CIT? Yeah, Citibank. While banks have made $12 billion over overdraft fees over the last year. That's $12 billion that they took away from people after they literally had no money. But my thing, even when I was telling the homegirl of mine, I'm like, that's kind of like, I don't like, I mean, it sounds egregious when you listening to it, but I don't necessarily feel bad for the people because you knew that you ain't have no money. So you sit here, when you go into overdraft and you overdraft, you know what you're doing before you sit here and hit that last charge to whatever you're trying to do and allow them.
Only reason why I disagree with it, because it's, even me, I kind of learned, like, I've been old fashioned with mine. It's like, all right, I'm doing, I still get a paper check, and like, all right, I put it on mobile, whatever the case may be. And then like, it's going to take a while before it actually hits your account. But then now, even doing the direct deposit, it was like, all right, well, shit, what's the goddamn difference? Because you still holding my check until maybe Friday, but it's show in the account on Wednesday, but then you're not releasing it. So you sitting there letting charges go through. So now you're like, all right, well, this X, Y, and Z is coming out your, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Like I said, I can understand why, but that's my thing. Like I said, that's banks getting over. Because if you show me I have it in my account, but it's not released until Friday. Like,
yeah, but I mean, I get it. Okay, it's cool to get you that like that the first time until you actually get familiar with it. But at the same time, all right, I gotta wait for this check to clear, and don't spend no money until it clear. Like
but that's what I'm saying. But that's why when you sit here and talk about people complaining about how these streaming services change their prices, go up, or whatever the case may be. Just like even with Xbox, like how they went up $10, you know what I'm saying? Like from what they was charging to now, all right, that's $38. It was it's $21. Now it's $38. So that $38 just came out of my account. I wasn't expecting, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these, they just keep upping their prices.
I mean, I get it. I hear you. I just think people just be I think people cut shit too close to the wire. And I think a lot of people cut a lot of shit close to the wire because you're trying to
that's what I'm saying. I think even with you, like I said, a lot of people, like I said, me even personally, like the overtime is not what it is. So you got to think about it. Like, all right, yeah, they might, you know what I'm saying? But damn, it's like, all right, bills keep going up. It ain't getting cheaper.
No, of course. Listen to what I'm saying. I agree with all of that, but then I think even still, then that means we're okay. So cool. We're just sitting here and say all of that is true. Whatever you see here is certain things that fun shit that people can cut back on. That people just sometimes don't want to cut back on some of the fun shit. We're not talking about just your bills and your expenses. Your bills and your expenses gonna be whatever they gonna be at whatever they gonna be. But at the same time, you sit here saying, all right, I can't complain that I don't got no overtime, but I'm still gonna go on 2 vacations when the summertime comes. Like what the fuck? Like that means then to cut one of them fucking vacations away. So that's my whole point. Everybody you got your picks and your chooses on whatever you want to do. Even again, like when we sit here talking about, dog, I know for a fact, dog, you know what's so crazy? When we was recording last week, I'm looking like, bro, this shirt too small. I have been working too much. I ain't been to the gym. I look like a fat fuck. I was so mad editing them videos. But guess what? I kept in my brain. But that was a decision I made because I wanted to work more hours. I was working 60 weeks, 60 hours. I wasn't going to the gym. I was only going to the gym maybe once a week. That shit does nothing for you. So if you're somebody listening to me right now and you sit here thinking, well, I'm gonna go to the gym once a week, that shit ain't gonna do nothing for you. Don't even waste your fucking time. I'm telling you, that shit does absolutely Nathaniel for you unless you eating like a fucking rabbit all week long. And 9 times out of 10, that you ain't doing that neither. So again, just with all that being said, you have to sit here and make sacrifices. You know what you got, you know what you made, what you bringing in, what you didn't bring in, or you know how many hours you working or you ain't working. I think a lot of times people just be wanting, again, going to what he was when I played that clip of him, people be wanting to do too much before the fucking money there. And you just got to be honest with yourself. I don't care what y'all, again, even I can tie that into, though I think people who wait last minute for Christmas gifts pick the worst fucking gifts. I don't give a fuck. I was literally in Walmart the other day getting some, I was trying to go look and see if they had some vinyls and shit, and I was picking up, I want to say, well, I forgot what I ended up getting. I think I ended up getting like some sheets or something, whatever. It was something slight, but I'm in there looking at people, and I went in there damn near like at 10, almost like 10 o'clock. So you know, Walmart may close probably like at 11 now, because I guess because it's the holiday.
It's always close to 11.
Oh, well, then maybe. But I know it was like 10 something. So anyway, but I'm watching people in that junk. Like I was literally looking at this. I was looking at this one dude, and this nigga literally looked like he was just picking up just random bullshit. I'm like, bro, I would be so mad if I was your kids. Because I'm just looking at this shit. I'm like, bro, no kid don't want this shit you just picking up. But
but some of them do though.
No, you know the difference between, again, listen what I'm saying.
No, that's privilege. You can't say that because some kids be happy with, like I said, that is privilege. And that's why you said, like you said, because Erica wasn't here, but when you said about the whole giving gifts early, like I said, that's privilege. Some people I accept that. When your kids, like I said, that's the one thing that you got to kind of teach your kids. Like, all right, you can't, everybody don't spend the same way. So you can't sit here and be ungrateful and be like, oh, I don't want this. Why would you give me this? Like that just goes to show. Like, damn, you would not want your kid to be like, you know what I'm saying, not to appreciate those type of things. Regardless of what it is, it's still a gift.
No. I hear you, but I've been a kid before. I know for a fact.
But you
listen, hold on, I'm saying it's a difference between don't buy me the fucking dollar store wrestling man and not Sting or Hulk Hogan.
But if that's all your parents can afford, you can't sit here and be greedy. You can't do that.
I hear you. I just think, again, the same way I say with Valentine's Day, when people in a relationship and you dealing with a woman, you know Valentine's Day is coming up February 14th every year. If you half-ass do Valentine's Day for that woman, I don't fucking feel sorry for you or how that woman treats you after Valentine's Day, because you knew that day was coming. The same way with Christmas don't change, though. Thanksgiving, some of these days, people, birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, these days are the same fucking days every year. So if you know that your funds is going to be tight come December, you should be making mental thoughts of that in May if you got kids. I'm not talking for people who just.
Sometimes it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
You got to think. Though, okay, let me just put you in a perfect example. All right, let's just use Kate for example, right? Let's just say if he was a senior this year.
Mm-hmm.
So now you think about, all right, you got Christmas, his birthday is spring break,
mm-hmm.
he's graduating,
mm-hmm.
prom, all that. You got to take that into consideration. Proms and all that is not cheap. No
of course, we talked about
so
that.
That's when. So you can like, all right, cool, like, but what some got to give up. So that's what I'm saying. Like your expectation, like, damn, I've been doing all this. So now, all right, your expectation for Christmas, you want all this. Then your birthday come around here, that's spring break. You want gifts for that. Then it come around. Then now I got to sit here. Your birthday's in April. You graduate the end of May. I got to sit here in your prom, graduation, all that party, all that stuff. So that's what I'm saying. It can't like I hear what you're saying, but stuff comes up.
I get listen to that. I hear everything you're saying. I'm not disagreeing. And maybe, like I said, maybe I'm just the wrong person for this conversation because I'm a person who I'm cool with slaving. I'm cool with pulling a 90-hour work week. So I don't just all of that, some of that shit, I'm just not, it's going to be hard for me to relate to because I'm okay with damn near killing myself.
But that's what I'm saying. But
you're single.
You don't have kids.
If you were a single mother, you can't pull those hours. You got to kind of do what you got to do and make do with what you have.
No, for sure. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Again, I think all of those. I'm totally agree with you. All of those things come. They kind of like it's just a lot. All of those things are going to be a little bit circumstantial, where everything could be like, all right, everything ain't going to be for everybody. And we can kind of even just tying that in. We can kind of even tie that into this clip of Mano that got going viral because I don't necessarily like this nigga was tripping. When you're talking about parenting, but again, like I said, I do think for everybody it's a little bit different. All I'm just sitting here saying is, I do think people who wait last minute to get Christmas gifts just give bad gifts. Just my personal opinion. I just think you don't put no effort in it. You just in the store picking up whatever's left in that motherfucker.
People last minute shopping is their thing.
Yeah, and you can be your thing, and that don't mean you picking up good shit. Man, it be so much shit that's sold out. Shit that people really want be already sold out, dog. You waiting until whatever today's date is. What's the day? The 20. We counting over recording on the 21st. If you sit here trying to walk into somebody's store on the fucking 22nd, 23rd, 24th, whatever, bro, you picking up bullshit.
I've done it for years. I don't know. Like I said, it all depends. Some people are under pressure. You think better.
Yeah, I guess. I just think those people just pick up bullshit and pick up lazy gifts. I hear you. I just disagree. Cause I just know it be the good shit be sold. It be too sold out.
The John Morant's is about to come out. They come out the day after. But it's just like that's what I'm saying. It's like certain stuff. Like I said, you kind of just like, all right, I'm gonna play it out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said you kind of
you have to got to figure it out. I'm not a last minute shopper, but sometimes things do come up. So but you got to do what you got to do.
No, of course, but that's when we even had that conversation. When we had that conversation a few weeks ago, when I asked, "Hey, when is it okay to sit here and have a real conversation with your kids?" Even
do you have the real conversations? Like I could speak. Like I just had to pay for my daughter's prom dress. I had to pay 50% of that before it can even get made. Right? I couldn't do half. I could do half, but they wouldn't start it until I paid them half of the dress. So it's at this point, I gotta pay for your prom dress, and we have Christmas. So then you have that real conversation.
Of course.
So, I literally just went into a few stores yesterday to get stuff. Last minute, call it what you want, but you have to take care of things that you have to prioritize your shit. Either you want Christmas or you want to have a dress to go to prom.
But that's my point. So you had but remember we literally what was this? Probably almost a month ago now. You should be able to have that. You are the parent. You should be able to have that conversation with your kid. This is what I'm saying. Even with all of that being said, people who listening, you are the fucking parent. Y'all make the rules.
Right, but listen what you said.
But you do sometimes.
But that's my thing. Even as us as kids, if you sitting here, if mom and dad was like, all right, well, this Christmas we can't be, X, Y, and Z. You're gonna be like, damn, like I had a fucked up Christmas. Like you done had good Christmas for years. This one Christmas where all right, stuff got a bin or whatever the case may be. Like, damn, we used to get all these video games. I said
again, but I agree with everything you sit here saying. But even if now as an adult, if you sit here and think about all of the lavish Christmases that we had, it's a lot of shit that realistically our parents probably could have sit here and pulled back on. And I even think that's a kind of a blessing for a lot of parents now. Even if your kids in the video games, nigga, how many games is really out compared to how many games we used to get?
No, that's a lot.
How name me 20? You can name 20 video games right now.
Yes. Hell yeah. And you got to pay for each fucking system. That's what they're fucking getting over.
Oh, yeah. Well, shout out to you. I can't name 20 games right now. I ain't even seen 20 games.
Hell yeah.
I don't got kids, so maybe I'm just talking out the side of my eyes.
Went to my baby mother's house to drop off some change.
Why the fuck do they do that? I hate when they like, dog, you don't have to put fucking
bitches love it, but
they be blowing me with that shit. Like, dog, I hate when people do that. That shit is probably my biggest pet peeve about social media. Like, dog, everything don't need fucking music behind it. Like, let that shit go.
Situation that triggered me when my son was really young. I went to my baby mother's house to drop off some change. She wouldn't let me in. And when she wouldn't let me in, I'm like, why you won't let me in? He's like, he sleep. I'm like, that's all right. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna give him a kiss, and I'm gonna be gone. It's like, nah, I gotta leave him alone. Then it hit me. Oh, you got a in the house. You got a man in the house. So I'm like, damn, I'm really, 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 really offended. Make a long story short, I found out that the dude was taking my son to school. And I was just really, really upset by this. And I called him. I'm like, yo, look, you can't be having the boy take my son to school. I ain't no deadbeat. Like, I'm just out here on the road and all that. You can't do that. Fuck you. Like, you tell me what to do. All right, cool. So I knew the boy was taking my son to school. And so I was in Baltimore that night. I was like, instead of staying here tonight, let's ride back. Because I want to sit in front of that house. Now I got experience in this. Like experience sitting in front of cribs.
Right.
So sat in front of that house for 3-4 hours just to wait to see if this dude was taking my son to school. And lo and behold, the boy came out. My son came out behind him. I said, oh my God, pull up. Pulled up, jumped out. Yo. Son ran to me, daddy. Put him in the car. Homie, you can't do this. You understand? You go back there, you tell that lady, look, hey, I can't do this again. Because I know. So you tell that lady that you can never do this again, okay? Because I'm not a deadbeat. I don't deserve this. You tell her, look, she's going to take him to school. You don't do this. This ain't what you do, okay? But you have understanding here, all right? This can never happen again. You get it? Because this is too easy here. So go back in there and you deliver the message, okay? So, yeah, sometimes it's getting a little triggering, you know what I mean? Like, because that was like horrifying to me.
So how does that make you feel right now?
As far as what?
As far as triggering you?
No, it just made me feel like it never happened again. That never happened again. This situation that triggered me when my son.
I mean, y'all the parents in the room is. I feel, just hearing that shit sound crazy to me, but
I disagree with it.
I don't know. I mean, it's if you're at work or you on the road or whatever, and she can't do it, what's the issue? Nobody said you were deadbeat, but you're not here as much as I need.
So how about the question? Do you feel like that was an ego thing on him where he felt like because another man was helping, it made him feel like a deadbeat?
That's on you. Like maybe you are a deadbeat.
Yeah, and that's why I seen people in the comments saying.
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, maybe you are a deadbeat.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, with your story you led with, oh, I'm not gonna stay tonight. I'm gonna go and just watch.
You stalked her.
You stalked and watched it.
Going on.
Yeah, that
even to this day, like and RP to Kobe. Kobe started taking helicopters so he can be able to take his kids and all that, you know what I'm saying, to school and stuff like that. You gonna make sacrifices for what you gotta do for your kids. That's a terrible excuse. Like you on the road, you doing all this. Man, no, when the last time we really had a song from you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm with you. That's why I asked y'all, because when I heard it, I was kind of that shit just sounded like Mano ego was kind of just
but don't get me wrong, you got women like that too. So like I said, I feel like that's
but it's an ego thing even on both sides. Even if it's a woman or a man, I think realistically it's just an ego thing. You allowed your ego to get the best of you because you feeling like you maybe in your mind you feeling like somebody else doing this, so now my kid may start to look at them in a different light. So you feeling like that somebody can take your place. So I do agree with you. I do think realistically that can be a man or a woman thing realistically, where it don't necessarily saying it got to be just a one size shoe fit all, where it's just only a man who got ego problems like that. Because I do think that realistically women probably do the same stuff sometimes. Come on, Derek Curry, carry these niggas to the job.
That right there, you gotta cut that out.
Yeah. What else I want to see?
Especially if your kid's not no harm way.
And this is just a random thought. Just no, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm sure I'm sure most it's probably women probably already know this because it's always a joke on how many pillows women be having on their bed, bro. But a good quality pillow just make a huge difference on your sleep. Like, and I just like that shit. Just like I know that's just something random, but it's just like I just kind of had to just say that like that. Just a good quality, like some good
quality pillow.
Like even some. I even kind of like some. Ooh, come on, Zay, take it to the crib, baby. Yes. And can I say something that I kind of, and this is kind of the situation that the Ravens is in. I'm not a fan of watching other teams play. I know, let's be clear. I don't watch those games, but I will watch the box score for the Indiana Fever. So I may be kind of lying like this, but I'm not a fan of like fans who sit here and watch. Like, I mean, of course, because all the Ravens fans, I seen them on threads, and they sitting here watching the fucking Pittsburgh and Detroit game, just like hate watching. I can't do that. Like, I feel like your team got a job to do. The niggas, they had games that they should have won. You shouldn't have fucking lost to the Steelers. You shouldn't a loss to the Bengals. I'm not sitting here watching and praying for the fucking Steelers to lose every fucking week because that shit is irritating to me.
Deal anyway.
What you mean?
Even if they win.
If who win?
If Baltimore win.
Which if they keep winning, that last game gonna be it's gonna be the deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
How not?
Because we up a game. We're 9-6. So if they win, they 8-6. They win the next one. But the next one will be a division. We have to lose that division game. That's a division game because it's Cleveland. We have to lose that.
So we're just sitting here saying if you don't lose no more games until let's just say your last game you lose is against Baltimore. So who go to the playoffs?
We do. We still have a better record. We still have a better record.
Because then your record will be tied. If they don't lose no more and y'all don't lose until you play Baltimore.
So you're right. You're right. But if we would still have I think we still have the advantage because everybody else because who's the other I think the tiebreaker will be between I gotta look at it again. But that's what I'm saying. But even like I said, they wanted us to lose. If we lost that game today, they have a better shot just automatically.
Yeah, I'm just not. I ain't a fan of the hate watching shit. I just can't do it. Like, again, maybe because I'm just not. Maybe because I'm just
you don't have a real team.
Yeah. So and that could be it too. Yeah, that could be it too.
I want them to fucking lose right now.
Yeah. So that that could be it. Maybe just because I just don't have a real team and I'm just not. I'm not attached to.
Shit, with Lamar not back in the game. You got Green Bay next week.
Man, shout out to Malik Willis, dog. Real quick, just because I didn't mean to go to sports real quick since we right here. Shout out to Malik Willis, dog. He came in for Green Bay and he balled out. And I've been a fan of his since he was in Tennessee. And that shit used to man, that nigga fucking Jordan Love got his shit rock last night. Nigga, I'm talking about you could hear that shit. I knew he wasn't getting up after he got hit like that. I ain't even go, oh my, that shit was so loud. Oh my God, that nigga rung Jordan Love bail. I mean, of course, they end up what? For Green Bay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, they hung into the game. They fucked the money up.
No, it's a lot of pressure because now you got to win the Baltimore game.
Oh, yeah. And for people who just, I mean, maybe if you're a Baltimore fan and you listen, and even if we beat the Patriots tonight, don't sleep on Malik Willis. That nigga ain't enough. He ain't no, don't sit here and like, you know how some people like, oh, we playing the backup quarterback. The Green Bay, two teams that do it right so far that I realistically appreciate them having good, solid backups is the what's the San Diego Chargers or whatever they are now, the Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. Both of them got solid backups. Because that's one thing I kind of don't, the Chargers backup is Trey Lance. And then the Green Bay backup is,
Trey Lance played?
No, they ain't played him yet. But I mean, he played in the preseason and he was balling out during the preseason, but they haven't played him in the regular season. What's his name? Justin Herbert and Jolly been on his steroid shit. Cause this nigga playing with a broken arm and some other shit. So shout outs to Herbert. He held that shit in. They won a day. But again, shout out to both of them. Green Bay and the Chargers, both of them do it right to me with having just strong backups. Because a lot of teams, I just don't understand why like it be so many good quarterbacks in college. Like, how don't every team have a solid backup quarterback?
They're not good in the pros.
You know, I just be thinking a lot of times niggas just don't want to pay two quarterbacks.
You paying two quarterbacks?
No, you're not. It's a difference. Like, right, like but let's be clear. I mean, of course, Atlanta doing it crazy, but Atlanta's actually paid for it to have. I mean, they still had Kirk Cousins there, so you paid for a solid backup. Like, think about most teams. You can't name who their backup quarterback is.
Yes, you can. A lot of them getting paid. Joe Flacco got paid twice in 1 year.
That's one nigga though. Y'all ain't paying y'all back up.
Right, but look, a perfect example. So you Justin Fields and fucking Russell Westbrook, they got paid where they went. They not playing, they both benched.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Miami Dolphins, this bitch too. And he paying
but again, and that's my point. But that's stupid. They don't. So Marcus, so you're proving my point. The Miami Dolphins don't even have a solid backup.
They did. They had Minshew. That nigga tore his ACL in the Kansas City game.
Yeah, they stupid.
That's what I'm saying. He was with the Jaguars. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said when you say that, I'm like, a lot of teams got backups. You don't.
They ain't got. Well, who's Kansas City's backup? They ain't got no solid backup.
He just got injured. He got tore his ACL. Minshew.
No, Kansas City.
That's who the backup was today. He tore his ACL.
I thought you said that was for Miami.
No, Minshew was the Jaguars backup, the one with the little mustache. He just tore his ACL today. He played.
Listen, I'm saying, but who are you talking to? I ain't watched that game because I wasn't. Tua wasn't playing, and you talking about Patrick Mahomes ain't playing. I wasn't watching that game. So.
No, the Miami game. I don't know who played. at their quarterback. I don't know who would play at the quarterback, but that's what I'm saying. But somebody like that, you about to say and pay him $60 million next year.
That's just stupid.
Just like even with that, like I said, what's the quarterback from
get his ass
from Dallas? The Redskins picked up Cooper. I mean, not Dallas. Who that picked him up?
Baltimore picked him up, and he don't even play.
He don't even play no more. You got her. What's his name in there? Who they let go?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams get it wrong with their backups. But I do want to sit here and hold on. What I want to do? Are y'all familiar with the Tall People event? Have y'all heard about that? So it's something that it's been going. I seen people talking about it. It was one in Charlotte, and it was a girl I follow on TikTok, and she was talking about it on Charlotte. And then was I on Twitter or I think I was on Threads, and I seen somebody talking about it. They had a Tall People event.
You gotta be tall,
right? at the park. You got to be tall. So it's basically supposed to be like I think it's called a Tall People meetup. So basically, the event is made for just taller people because and I think realistically, come on, get that, damn. I think it was supposed to be kind of realistically catered to women because I'm sure it's harder for taller women to be able to find men, to sit here and date. So I guess realistically, to me, it seems because I don't think it's ever hard for men to sit here and find women to date. But I think realistically, for taller women, there is harder to find. So I do want to play this clip of this woman explaining how this event went it was at the park on
they didn't
the park 14th
in DC.
Yeah.
Oh, outside. Oh, you mean the park?
No, at the park. The park.
The club. I was about to say. We said the park.
No. The park. The park. The
right there on the damn rest. Oh, okay.
Story time. So let's talk about this. I went to the Tall Persons meetup today in DC, and baby, let me tell you, we gotta talk. First thing, I want to say that I am very grateful that we even had such a thing here in the DMV area. I am well over average for height for a woman. I'm 5'11". So being able to be in a space where I think people are actually going to be my height or taller is amazing. Super excited about it. And I was excited about attending an event that was specifically for people just like me. So the thing I will say is this: people who are not 5'10" or taller as a woman, and men who are not taller than 6 feet are not tall. You can fight me if you want, but the Tall Club International organization that has been in existence for quite some time actually has on their website the woman has to be at least 5'10" and 6'2" for a man. So the idea that we keep having these tall events and the short people keep invading them is so crazy to me. There are so many other spaces in the world that are designed specifically for people who are shorter. There are clothes designed specifically, shoes, everything. Like as a tall person, you really have struggles when it comes to finding clothes, when it comes to entering certain doors, the clearance of certain areas, the cars that you can drive. Like there's so many different things, right? And I am grateful that I'm tall, but I also love the fact that there are certain spaces that I can go in knowing that there's somebody who shares the exact same struggles. So I actually met a guy tonight that has been to four different tall person events around the country. And he said that the common thread issue is that short people are invading our spaces. So what I will say to you is that the same thing happened in the DC event. There were way too many short people. And being in a space where the event is specifically for tall people, the name says Tall Person Meetup. That means that if you are not tall, then you should not be in that space. Or maybe wait till the event is almost over, then, integrate yourself into the event, not integrate yourself into the event in the very beginning and then all throughout the night. And you're now taking over because now we have 30% of the people who are inside of the event who actually are tall. And then you have, the rest of the people are people that are almost tall or not tall at all. Yeah. So we just need our spaces. We don't have very many, but it is nice to have the one that we have without it being, a fight between the battle of the heights. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah,
I'm
I ain't
confused. I thought.
What you confused about?
Tall people talk to tall people.
I mean, I'm sure tall women want to talk to tall people. I don't think it's necessarily a man thing as much as it's a woman thing.
That's what I'm kind of confused at, because I feel like
what you confused on?
No, I'm just but she's complaining about like it wasn't enough tall guys there. But I thought
no, she probably complaining because it was probably just tall. I mean, short women in there trying to invade the space and kind of and maybe realistically the shorter women still may be a little bit more attractive. So niggas are still going like if the women if I'm a nigga and I come out there and there's still people there, then of course I'm still going to sit here and I'm gonna talk to who there. But if you basically she
tall people besides Bam and AJ, I never seen two tall people.
Yeah, you just ain't never seen enough WNBA women. The niggas that they date. I don't. It ain't too many WNBA.
I mean, I don't name them. I don't know them. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about just in general, like even outside. I never seen two tall couples. I seen like a short.
I guess the messed up part, and this is kind of going to sound crazy because even for the WNBA, a lot of the taller women are studs.
Yeah, all right.
What I'm saying is they will be okay with dating a shorter woman. But the women who are straight, like even look, Angel Reese, like her boyfriend, that nigga's a fucking center or power forward, whatever the fuck he is. So he taller than her. So I mean, again, but she's tall though. So, but she's straight. So even again for those two.
So, but that's what I'm saying. I'm for an event. I don't think that is that something like, all right, I'm coming to this event like I'm looking for the tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you?
That's what they calling for. I'm looking for somebody tall.
No, I thought it was more so of. Like,
she said it was a tall people event.
Yeah, so she going to look for somebody tall.
Women's had to be no shorter than 5'10", and men couldn't be no shorter than 6'2". So it's a tall person's event.
But that's what I'm saying. But for a man, do you really? I don't think men.
No, you're missing the point. It's not about the men who care about it. It's the women who. They're basically. I told you, it's basically catered for the women. But niggas who may like tall women, of course. All right, cool. I'm gonna go.
I don't think too many tall men is going to go there for a tall woman.
He might though. He may be a tall big nigga.
Like I said, I feel like that's what you're gonna get. If you a tall woman, it's gonna be a short man.
I mean, I hear you. I mean, and I get it, but I'm just. I mean,
maybe
obviously
it's a short man because they can't find a taller one.
Because how many NBA players actually deal with tall women besides Bam? I ain't seen who else is tall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I mean, Meg Thee Stallion not short, so I mean, if you want to count Clay, but I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not sitting here saying that tall niggas care about dating tall women, but I'm sure
Brandon Ingram and Glow like what 5?
Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm a taller man, so I get what you're saying. I ain't disagreeing. I'm not sitting here looking to chase the tallest fucking women because realistically,
have you ever dealt with a tall?
Yeah, what's her face? But I mean, that's it. And she told.
But that was long. I'm like recently. Like, have you ever?
Oh no. But I do. But realistically, but if I'm being honest, I feel like it's a little bit harder to find them too. Like so that's why I understand the event because how often do you run into taller women? You don't. So I understand why it's an event.
But that's why I'm saying, no, I get it why it's an event. But for her to be complaining, and that's why I said you're going to that event looking for a taller man, but a taller man is not attracted to a taller woman. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I get it if it was a tall man saying, damn, it ain't no tall woman in there. Because like I said, I don't think no tall man is looking for a tall woman.
I guess. Hey, you can fix that camera a little bit? I don't know where that jump. What else I wanted? Hold on. It was
Fellas, y'all need to start telling these bitches, I don't care how cute, pretty, whatever. If they shit is not like that, please tell them. Because without hesitation, they try to humble you and tell you what you lacking and what you're not doing good. I get so tired of these fucking half-ass, dry coochie, wild pussy heifers. Okay, just because they cute, they out here running around with subpar coochie and dry head. Please start telling them about their raggedy ass self. Because y'all, no, they... Men is part of the reason that girls think because they halfway cute that you just got to give them money for their fucking presents. Bitch, if you don't get your poor ass out of here,
if she just halfway ugly, that ugly money. I mean, just a little bit. That ugly money.
Talking about a solid 7?
Yeah. Nah, 6, 5, 6. That ugly money. I might be a little goddamn lazy. That ugly money. That's some good pussy, boy. The good pussy uniform, gentlemen. That ugly money. Hoodie, not yours. Another nigga. That ugly money. Leggings, got a hole in it. That ugly money. Mismatched socks. That ugly money. And some Ugg boots in the summertime. That ugly money. That's some good pussy about to come through your door now. 92 degrees outside and she in some Ugg boots. She about to drop pussy on you, sir.
If she's still a 10 when y'all got done, you did not have no fun. Honey, how do you still have a full face of makeup and you just got done? Pause. Because the way slob be encrusted in my hair on him, baby, I have to tell a man, hey, honey, if you don't want to have, you got to wipe your ass. If you got to, matter of fact, it's puppy pads around this bitch. How about that? I got a whole waterproof blanket that need to go down before it's about to go down. Bitch, go play with somebody that's safe, okay? Because you're going to fuck around and get the line and fucked out your ass playing over here. You want to know why I got a fucking attitude? I ain't been fucked properly in a little minute, so I'm about to fuck the lining out your ass, and then I halfway die on the dick while I'm sucking it. Is you ready for all that?
Die on the dick! Die on this motherfucker! Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta go! I'm in love, motherfucker. So listen, y'all, I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm not.
Hey, dog, she funny as shit, but I do think realistically, I mean, I talked about that on here, maybe, what was that, a couple of weeks ago, maybe almost a month ago now. I do think realistically for most men, I don't think most men got the balls to tell a woman that her box or her sex is trash. Like I think realistically niggas just kind of like just take it on the chin, and you may realistically just ghost a woman or just kind of like find another reason why to kind of cut the relationship off, but you just not gonna have the balls to really sit here and tell her. But the crazy thing is women don't hold back at all. They gonna give it up. Like if a nigga got a small meat or he trash in bed, a woman gonna sit here and tell you about that, and she gonna sit here and subtweet you, put it in her notes, and everybody on something like she gonna let you know. And she may not even if she don't directly tell you, if you follow her on social media, trust and believe she gonna give it up enough to let you know that your shit trash. What else? Oh, I guess we can kind of bring it into the DMV area. I guess realistically for all the Washington Commanders fans and all these national TV games that y'all done got this year, let me tell y'all something real quick, and I mean this with love and care. You ain't got to worry about getting them again next year. Them shits ain't gonna happen because it's like, and I'm a little bit. I feel. I mean, of course, I don't give a damn about the NFL, but I kind of do feel bad because it's like, damn, the Redskins got all these national TV games. They got a Christmas Day game, and you don't even got your star quarterback. And that kind of go into the conversation when I was just sitting here saying with Marcus, where it's like, no, you kind of got to invest money on a solid backup because it's like the difference between, I guess, football and basketball. Because if this was basketball, like, all right, cool. If Luka don't play, you still got LeBron on Christmas Day. But you sit here saying like now they got this Cowboys and Commanders game, and you don't got Jaden Daniels. It's kind of like this shit is almost like. It's like what's the point? And I understand why they did it because he kind of caught the league by storm last year, and they didn't have no national TV games. And you talking about last year, he was looking like a top 5 quarterback. Like in the league, he was looking like a top 5 quarterback, and people was arguing that he was a top 5 quarterback. So I understand why they got so many national TV games. But now it's kind of like, damn, they got all these national TV games and just been literally wetting the bed every day because he ain't playing. Come on, Derrick Henry, put this motherfucker to bed, nigga. Let's go, Big King Henry.
That's why this game got. Change.
I mean, yeah, because of course, because this was probably realistically supposed to be a 1:00 game. I'm sure they probably wasn't
supposed to be in Cincinnati and Miami.
Yeah, so I mean, which makes sense. Real quick, you change it because this is realistically a playoff game.
But you saying what changed that?
No, I'm just talking about how the Washington Commanders realistically next year ain't gonna probably get no national TV games. One, because they stunk up the place, and then Jalen Daniels can't fucking stay healthy. They ain't gonna get no. They probably won't. They may get one game.
No, they won't get them.
How? Nigga, every national TV game that they had this year, he didn't play in none of them, I don't think. Maybe one. Come on, Henry, take that niggas to church.
That's why I think they still going to. They don't give them the games.
I'm telling you, a reason why I'm saying they not. I'm gonna tell you the reason why they not. One, because you got to think about it. Look at the rest of his class. And this is so crazy, just how just wild the sports is. Because Caleb Williams played like shit last year. What's the nigga in Denver? He played like I ain't gonna say he played like complete ass. He was okay, but I'm saying this year, all of them niggas is in the MVP conversation. Maybe Caleb Williams not just because they kind of like it. Just people ain't.
Bo Nix is,
but Bo Nix is definitely in the MVP conversation. Shit, just what's his nigga Drake May? All of them niggas came in the same draft class.
No, he didn't. Drake May was before that.
No, he was in their draft class. You tripping? He had to be.
He wasn't no rookie last year.
I'm almost 100% positive. Let me put it in real quick. What's this Drake?
He wasn't a rookie. He was with Cam Newton and them.
What you mean, Drake? Man, how many years he been in here? 23.
Yeah, he came with because it was Mac Jones. Yeah,
Mac Jones was there before him. That's what I'm saying. Right. That's
what I'm saying. That was like 3 years ago.
No, it wasn't. It was last year. Nigga, I knew I wasn't tripping.
Drake May wasn't.
Yes, nigga, 2024. Yes, I knew I wasn't tripping. Nigga.
That's the one from
Nigga, you thinking about Mac Jones. That's my point. You think about Mac Day, they bunch of white boys for the Patriots. You think about Mac Jones. Yeah, Mac Jones played for the 49ers now. But yeah, it was Drake May. I know I'm not tripping. Nigga, that whole draft. That whole draft. Listen to what I'm just saying. That whole draft class was playing like ass last year, and all of them niggas is in the playoffs and leading their division.
I thought Drake May had an extra year on them.
No. This was last year. All of them. So it was Bo Nix. It was Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels. And Jaden Daniels was last season ahead and above the whole entire class. Of course, like I said, Bo Nix was kind of there. They were trying to like sit here and even throw around a little bit, but his team record wasn't as good as the Commanders. So it was no way in hell he could have got Rookie of the Year over Jaden Daniels. So, but again, with all that being.
He was playing well.
No, he was playing well. And if his team would have probably had a better record, they probably realistically, they would have tried to give it to him.
Because they started off with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, of course.
They started off with Russell Wilson.
So
that was kind of
with all of that. So again, like I said, just shout out, but that's just how crazy sports is. And again, like I said, just turning it back into the DMV and kind of leading up to the Christmas Day game. I didn't even know that this was even on the table, and I'm kind of mad that I didn't even think. No, you missed what I'm talking about. I'm talking about backyard playing.
Yeah, I told you about that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I told you they were supposed to be playing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good day, my people. Sadly, to inform you, family fans, that we will not be performing at the Northwest Stadium on Christmas Day at the Plaza. Third party has got us kicked off. This don't have nothing to do with backyard or the Commanders, man. 2026, things have to change, man. My band canceled travel plans for the holidays, canceled clients. Out of town people bought tickets for our super tailgate before we perform at the Plaza. Lost details, the list goes on. We put in we didn't pay for warm sweatsuits, hats, everything. To get kicked off is heart-wrenching to my stomach. A family grew up on this team as little kids, and we kicked off the show. Power tripping is bad, man. Real bad. Put them egos aside, man. I ain't did nothing but always push for my city. Anybody call me, I'm always there. But to get kicked off when we did all this stuff, people done bought tickets from out of town, hotels and everything. And it was a Netflix special. Is that why you kicked us off? Is you ain't want us to get that bump? Oh, but guess what? I ain't even mad at you. I'ma just smile. I wish you well. I wish you power in all your endeavors. 2026. Yeah, that part. They gonna get hip to you. It's all right. Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing this to me. It just made me stronger. But we won't be performing at Northwest Stadium on Christmas Day. That was my Super Bowl, baby.
And real quick, and like I said, I don't know who this woman is, and I don't know what type of pull she got or how she kind of can get backyard took off of it.
She been doing it for a while.
So what? So is she the person who kind of she organized or something?
She's the one who booked them.
Oh,
she been doing it for a while.
So who she replacing them with?
Plug in.
Another band?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
They called Northeast, and they called, I guess, Plug In is the band. I think that's the band, Plug In Band. And they turned their credentials over in an hour. From this city, whatever the case may be, there's no way you should have made it happen. I don't care what it was. You should have made it happen. There's no way you had to make that happen. Just off of I just wish I had just had a open field or whatever. Like, I just wish you know how much money just people just would have came just off of the strength of that, just backyard. It's backyard Commanders and Cowboy game. Do you know how many? Even if that even like I said, you got to buy a game ticket to go where they're gonna play at anyway. You know how much? You know how much? Like I said, just people just being there just for that. A lot of people said I was only gonna come for backyard. Tailgate wise,
I mean, again, like I said, yeah. So I mean, I get it, and I ain't disagreeing with it, but like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and make it like my ears to the street on that one, but I'm not. It's the Redskins and the Cowboys, so I don't necessarily.
Everybody and their mother been and played up there, and I want to say backyard played earlier this year. I think the beginning of the year.
I guess my only thing would be, my only advice for backyard I would have kind of did even for that day, because like I said, for me personally, I didn't know it was a thing because it's like. Niggas know this Snoop performing at whatever the halftime joint is that he performing at. So I think
he's performing like Mariah Carey. He's gonna be on. That's not gonna be at the game.
It don't matter. He's still gonna play it on Netflix.
Yeah, no, the backyard is playing before. It was before the game. It wasn't during halftime.
Oh, okay.
It was at the plaza.
But I'm just saying, even just to me personally, if I was backyard, I think you should have tried to find a way to finesse it with Wale.
No,
like that to me would have made more sense.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm saying this was it. To me personally, I feel like this was out of somebody was in your ear or whatever the case may be. This, like I said, you can't ask for a bigger day. Yeah. And I get it. Like I said, some people have stigma, that little stunt on their name. Cool. But if you talk about for the city, for the culture, whatever the case may be, this is perfect. That's perfect. You talking about backyard, you talking about Redskins versus Cowboys. You can't get no bigger than that.
Yeah, I think just realistically, they still should have. If I'm backyard, just my ace in the hole would have been to have Wale. I kind of would have promoted it. I would have figured out how to way to try to actually get on Netflix and get, because of course, Wale is not nowhere near as big as Snoop or Post Malone or any of those things. But I do think that it could have been a cool, because Wale is plugged in with sports enough that I think it would have been a cool little story to sit here and say Wale album just recently came out. You could have did Wale in backyard. Cowboys, Redskins. It would have made sense to me.
You're absolutely right. That would have made great sense right there. That would have made great sense. KD could have, like I said, if all pulled, and that's why I said I don't understand how they got pulled off of this show. Period.
But I think even that kind of just my critique, even with Go-Go as a whole, and then we can move on to something else, is I think a lot of bands, and this is just the honest truth, it's not no shade. I think a lot of go-go bands just do a lot of nigga shit, because I think even for backyard, for Big G to have as much pull as he had, for him to be who he is, and there's no way in hell you telling me you never put out a backyard project, especially even when we talking about Shy Glizzy last week, for as successful as the DMV has a lot of successful artists. It don't matter if y'all want to claim them or not. From Corday, it's not a artist from Rico Nasty, Corday, Raheem Devon, Genuine, any Maya. It's not a person, because Big G is such a big deal, and backyard is such a legendary thing. There's not one celebrity from the DMV area that Big G couldn't have called and got on an album. There's no way in hell you tell me we live in the day and age of digital, and you sitting here telling me the backyard don't have an album with a bunch of like celebrities. Like, that don't even make sense to me. Like, how to, like, that shit don't even make, it's like sometimes niggas just do too much. Y'all just want money. You just want to take money, but you're not putting nothing back in to grow your shit. Where this would have kind of almost would have been undeniable, and it would have made perfect sense if you would have sit here and already been in pocket and working on making your brand a household name. I think a lot of bands, that's one of the, to me, my biggest critique about go-go bands is like, niggas is just okay with just taking whatever little money you get through the weekend. Like, that shit to me is just like
that. I will agree with you on that part, because like I said, even when it comes to, like I said, because it's the streaming platforms now, Backyard hadn't put out a new album in God knows how long, even before the pandemic. They put out stuff before the pandemic, but it's not even on Apple Music. You're absolutely right about that one, because like I said, everybody else is putting it out, but that's the only one who hasn't put out nothing. Since the joint he had with DTLR, was the Antidote or whatever, that was the last one they put out.
Yeah, that was, like you said, before the pandemic. Damn near 6 years ago. Like, that's ridiculous.
Hello was the But I like I said, that whole situation, it was off of from what I was saying, it was off of the credentials. They didn't send in the pictures. And like I said, I feel like that's crazy for you to say. And I would have, just me being from the DM, I would have made sure it happened. There's no way I could have sat here and called somebody else
I mean, you can though. I mean, business is business. If you doing nigga business,
but business is business. But you sitting here, I'm about to put a ban on that nobody even know about. So that's
I mean,
not
but
even.
yeah, but I mean, I get again. I'm not trying to discredit back y'all. Niggas is gonna go. If niggas who people already got these is Christmas gifts for somebody. Though this is Redskins and Cowboys. Dude, when these two teams is dog shit ass, them games still be sold out regardless.
But
so
that's what I'm saying. But you know how many people would have just sit here and paid to
maybe
park,
of course for sure,
paid to park and do all. Like I said, when it comes to tailgating, that is a thing. And so I'm saying for a backyard to be there, you know how many people would have just paid to park and go sit outside the gate.
I mean, cool, but I hear what you're saying. Niggas is still go to that game regardless.
Hawaiian Essential.
Black Air Forces.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Circle chains with like their grandma who on it. They just all have it.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Tie Nike tie. Every time I see them, that's what they're wearing.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Cheating on their girl and drive by.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
The walk. Kind of just that walk that just lets you know, like, I'm coming.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Shiesties, rapping to themselves in public, sometimes without music.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
My baby mom.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
The mixed emotion crop tees with all the sparkly letters on it and stuff, they always smell like weed.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Having multiple phones because they all be having
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
good, make sure no fingerprints, real talk.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Freeform dreads.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
A switch with a green laser. Credit cards. They be scamming.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Black muscle shirt. I married jeans with the tag on them. You just can spot them out.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
The little LV bag, they all have it. And the same one, the black one too.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
The black denim tears jacket and some purple jeans. Because that's what they always got on. The denim tears really fire because I really might steal that outfit low key.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Any neck tattoo, especially words, is crazy. Like go on your throat, like go to throat.
Hell to Hawaiian Essential.
Hey, just real quick, this is just. I mean, this may be a hot take, but it's not a hot take. I don't necessarily know. I would have to probably take my time and actually write this one out, and I would like the listeners to kind of help out on this one. I kind of if we having real honor, and again, like I said, I know how it's gonna sound when I'm saying it, but I have to say this. Is Outkast really better than Amigos? And when I say better, I don't necessarily mean like who's better rappers, but who has a better catalog. Because I feel like a lot of niggas be putting a lot of sauce on Outkast, and then people could be on the internet crying, y'all be disrespecting Big Boy and this and the third. He like, I don't necessarily know if niggas be disrespecting Big Boy or y'all just be on fucking Andre 3000 dick a little too much. Because I'm not sitting here making it seem like Outkast is ass, but if I go song for song, like, let's be clear, I do think Outkast probably their bigger songs is probably like ridiculously big, but at the same time where it's like, Bombs over Dag or Bad and Bougie. I don't know. It probably depends on the mood you feel like. Sorry, Miss Jackson versus Versace. Like I said, it's something you may have to write out. I'm just winging it off the top of my head. I was in the gym and Stir Fry came on, and then I was listening to Emmett Smith. And I was just like, I get this. I understand why people respect Outkast, and I understand the hype. And listen, be clear, Andre 3000 went crazy on Walk It Out and this and the third. But if we talking about catalog. We're not talking about who's the better rappers. We talking about who got more hit records. I think that, even if Outkast win, I don't necessarily think it'll be some type of blowout.
No, I don't. But I think it go off of what you going, because that's like if you sitting there saying, well, if you saying the Migos might be the best, but if you sit and say, oh, I'm gonna go up against Wu-Tang, do you feel like
no? I'm just keeping it Atlanta. I'm just keeping it.
That's what I'm saying. I think when you off the just judgment wise, it's just like, do you feel like Outkast got? Do you feel like Migos got bigger hits than Wu-Tang?
Hell yeah. I think they got more hits than Wu-Tang. I don't think they better rap. I think what people gonna always tie it in, I think people gonna go to just a skill level of rappers. Is Wu-Tang a better rap group? Do they rap better than Amigos? Absolutely. But do they have more hits than Amigos? Fuck no. Even solo wise, like after you sit here and you start breaking some of them niggas down, like I can't, outside of like Wu-Tang hits, I can't sit here and make it be like, oh, I know a bunch of the Jizza songs and Spec the Deck and all them other crazy niggas that's named in the Wu-Tang. I don't know, like what's all of these niggas hits? Like I was excluding Method Man, like what, like I don't.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's just off of who, because like that's just like even if you took it even to R&B, it's just like, all right, TLC and Destiny Child. It's like, all right, Beyonce is the biggest star, but it's like, all right, TLC got a lot of hits, but do you say Destiny Child's bigger than?
No, because I think TLC still got bigger hits than Destiny Child.
But that's what I'm saying. But even with Outkast, like you talking about radio hits, I feel like Outkast probably have bigger radio hits than they do.
I mean, listen, what I'm saying, I'm not disagreeing, but I think they may have. Maybe, let's be clear, Outkast's Big Five songs may be bigger than the Migos Big Five, but their next five I don't think is bigger than the Migos next five. Like after you sit here, after you empty the clip and you go, sorry, Miss Jackson, you go Bombs Over Baghdad, you go Hey Y'all, and then what's another Outkast joint? What's the Players Anthem? So we had 4. Them songs, let's be clear, all of them songs is huge songs. But okay, after those 4, I think you now the next. If you sit here saying what's the next 4 songs, I think the Migos. Even if you sit here and say these songs clear Bad and Bougie, they clear Versace, they clear Stir Fry, and they clear whatever other Migos song or Hannah Montana or Chinatown. I do okay, cool. If their biggest 4 songs take away the Migos' biggest 4 songs, I still think realistically that next 4, I can argue that the Migos probably gonna take it for the next 10 songs.
But that's what that's what I think that comes with what you really prefer. If you prefer the longevity, or you prefer, you know what I'm saying?
Nick, but that's what I'm saying. What you saying? But that's what I'm saying. Even if you saying longevity, the Migos realistically probably had a longer career than Outkast.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. But that's what I'm saying. But some people, like I said, when you talk about, like when people say Biggie, Tupac, and all, like, but they could be like, oh, those are my favorite rappers. But it's like, all right, they only put out 2 albums. You know, Biggie only put out 2 albums, and that's what I'm saying. Well, what are you going off of their body of work? I think this is all your preference for real. Because like you said, all right, they might clear you out the first 5 songs. They might, but then all right, we start going into crates. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's just a preference for you.
I mean, you could be right. I'm not, like I said, I ain't disagreeing with that one. Because we was just talking about the DMV real quick. I do just want to, because again, if y'all haven't paid, I ain't giving niggas my sauce, but just pay attention to what I'm doing right now.
Already know the young gon' get it higher. I'll turn your fit into a fucking sunbather. You doing this thumbs up, young what? Now I'm about to get it poppin' like popcorn. Catch me in a drop with the top gone. Niggas already know, you see who better. I fill her up with more shells than a seafood platter. Man, you see who better? Bet your bitch know, right? My wrist so bright, I like to strip up like disco lights. This nigga look like Cisco,
Again, shout out to Airport Tone. That was like MySpace. That was like way back in the day, like MySpace days. Airport Tone was like extremely ahead of his time. I can't tell you exactly like where it went wrong or why it kind of slowed down for him. But before it was a Wale, before it was a Shaq Lizzy or any of these other niggas on MySpace, Airport Tone had that fucking freestyle pulling up the niggas and battling niggas. He had that shit in the chokehold. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, and it wasn't even on no YouTube. This literally was just on MySpace. And like, Nick, everybody, like if you was from the DMV area, you was on MySpace at that time, you would have seen an Airport Tone battle somebody, and one of them just like, before we even knew what viral was, like them fucking freestyles and them battles used to absolutely go viral. So again, shout outs to Airport Tone. I guess we can get into Ice Spice real quick. Ice Spice was getting a lot of backlash, which I feel like was well deserved. And I don't know if y'all seen the pictures, but I did put them in the group chat. So Ice Spice is, I believe she's doing a voiceover in the new SpongeBob movie that is out. So I mean, if y'all looking for something to do with your kids over the holiday weekend, I mean, you're sure you could take your kids, especially if you got younger kids, take them to go see the SpongeBob movie. So man, Ice Spice she went to the joint and she went to the movie premiere in like basically damn near like what do they call that shit? It's not lingerie. What is it like? Sheer. Mm-hmm. Like a see-through joint, and it was like, bro, it just looked crazy. Like, no, you had a kid event. Why the fuck do you got that on?
Your character in Fortnite, you got shorts on.
And I'm gonna tell you the thing that kind of really pissed me off with, and it kind of really made it outrageous because, of course, y'all know the little girl, Jazzy, to do the interviews with, like, she done one with Rihanna, she done one with Jay-Z and everybody else up under the star. But again, she's so young, and they taking a pic. The first time they did an interview together, it was an awkward ass interview. And then now you sit here saying the next time she see you, she got to sit here and talk to you, and you damn near half naked. Like, this little girl got fucking jeans and a t-shirt on and some Jordans with a coat on, and you sitting here half ass naked. Like, what are you doing, dog?
That shit was nice.
Like, and people be saying, like, I hate that people even sit here and try to fake like this was not out of pocket. Like, bro, this shit was crazy. There ain't nowhere in hell you sit here telling me, like, bro, you could have put some clothes on.
It was. It definitely was.
Like, it's a time and a place for everything. And just like Ice Spice
because my thing, like I said, well, even just like I said, you're on the Fortnite game and you got clothes on that. This SpongeBob, your character, you're doing a voiceover. It's not, they don't know what you know what I'm saying? So for you to sit here, you come to the premiere, it's like, all right, we don't know it's Ice Spice. Like I said, you whatever character you are in that movie, they don't know it unless somebody tell you, oh, that's Ice Spice voice. So for you to just show up like that, just nah. Now, don't get me wrong. If I was a parent, I wouldn't be mad.
What you mean?
If I was a father and I was there, seeing her,
You think I'll be mad? If you was with your daughter, you'll be mad.
But that's not. I don't have kids. I don't have daughters. I have sons. So I wouldn't be like I said. That's what I'm saying. I get how some people like. I'm not. But like I said, it's inappropriate. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But I'm not going to. Like I said, I'm not going to be mad if I'm a parent, especially as a man. I'm not going to be mad if my no hell no.
Yeah, it's a time.
It's a time and a place. You're absolutely right. It's a time and a place.
Yeah, she gotta relax, dog.
That's like even with like when they get a grief about the whole teacher outfits.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Just real quick. I guess I wanted to. I want to sit here and say this is because y'all know so crazy. Just like it'd be like that. Sometimes I'd be like that. The power of just having conversations on this podcast. Yeah, I know last week I sit here like, damn, Just Hilarious don't got no sit here and type of no stand ups or nothing on her page. She don't got no clips or nothing. And maybe this is the reason why she don't got none on it. So because she did post one and this shit wasn't funny, dog.
Okay, this don't look like the struggle crowd out this bitch. I'll tell you that. That's why the show was free out this bitch. I call myself doing the show for the down and out, broken, busted niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, nah, y'all look like y'all doing alright and shit. For real, nigga. This supposed to have been a government shutdown or shit. Y'all the niggas that's getting money that got an email from Ticketmaster talking about it's a free show and shit. Fuck, y'all. Man, the niggas who's supposed to be in these seats, they gotta go to the library to get the fucking Ticketmaster up on the computer. By the time they do that, y'all greedy ass and swiping tickets. Y'all funny as shit, man. Y'all got me good. I tell you what, better not be no cheap ass toys out in that motherfucking hallway. I tell you that. It's real, man. Nah, if I go and look and I see a red dot with 125 on that shit. Yeah, y'all laugh, so y'all know y'all been there. That's funny as shit, y'all. Y'all gonna give a nigga a dollar store toy and shit. How about just that, just a toy. Word. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe that's why none of it. That's why she never had no clips on her page. And it's so crazy because if you haven't never seen somebody live, you kind of only can take. And when I hear men kind of like when her and Corey Holcomb had their little back and forth, I kind of like I take it with a grain of salt. Maybe Corey Holcomb just hate him because Just Hilarious is young. She can sell out bigger venues than Corey Holcomb can by herself. And real quick, I mean, if you in the DMV and you looking for a date, Joan, I believe it's at Constitution Hall, and I believe it is. Is it December? I believe it may be December 27th. I believe that show is. I believe it's Corey Holcomb is what's the super fat nigga? What's his name? What's his name? It ain't Earthquake. It's damn, what's my fat man? Oh, Lavelle Crawford, man. That nigga's funny as hell. It's Lavelle Crawford, it's Corey Holcomb, it is TK Kirkland, and it's what's the girl, Jess Niece. So they got a joint here I want to say it's December 27th, and I believe it's at the Constitution Hall. If you're looking for something, you need something to do, or you're trying to go out like on a date or something after Christmas, that will probably realistically there. I just been listening to the radio a lot. And I just been hearing them play a lot of commercials for that jump. So again, like I said, that is here on December Saturday. I want to say that Saturday is the 27th. Yeah, Saturday. Okay. December 27th at Constitution Hall. But that shit wasn't funny. Like I'm not gonna hold you. It wasn't funny at all. I was just like, bro, this shit corny. And that I kind of get why she never posts clips on her page. Like it kind of makes sense. Like, all right, if you felt like this was clip worthy and like post worthy, then it was just like, yeah, it may be an uphill battle for you, and maybe that's why you never put out. Wait? What you mean?
You gotta wait because like even with like HaHa Davis and Mojo, like they never really post their stand-ups until like recently. Like I said, I was more fans of Mojo, like his skits on it, and he just, like I said, he just started posting his stand-up comedy stuff. So I think
he posts them a lot now though. Well, I don't know what you're asking. What do you mean? Does it take a lot? What does it take a lot to get comfortable at what you're doing, or are you trying to like? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a stand-up comedian, so I don't necessarily know when is the right time to post your clips or when it's not a right time to post them. But I mean, nigga, you either funny or you ain't funny. Come on, hit this nigga, get him. Oh man, watch this bitch catch this. I know he gonna catch it. Oh,
that's like
what just. Did they throw a flag? I don't see no flag.
Should have been.
It should have been, but they ain't throw it. So what the hell happened? You can't wait that goddamn late to throw no flag if you're gonna throw one.
Yeah, that should have been a flag. I'm nigga holding him the whole time.
Let's get into this.
Breaking news: iHeart does a deal with Netflix. Told you that's where it was going. This is telling you exactly where the market's heading, by the way. Netflix just cut a deal with iHeartMedia to bring video podcasts to the platform starting in 2026. Now, that includes The Breakfast Club, My Favorite Murder, Dear Chelsea, Roya Mao. But let's be clear, this is not about podcasts. This is about distribution power. Netflix is going straight at YouTube and at some point Spotify, and they're locking down exclusivity, so full video episodes can't live there anymore. Audio stays with iHeart, video becomes premium real estate. This is the next phase of the consolidation, not companies buying companies, but platforms absorbing formats. Radio brands still build the talent, podcasts build the intimacy, and now streaming wants the visual layer to own the audience relationship end to end. If you still think radio versus podcast versus video are separate lanes, you've already fallen behind the curve. Audio is the base, video is the amplifier, platforms are the battlefield. And this move just shifted the board. Now watch as this evolves. It will be syndication on the radio formats. The audio will be the radio element, and the video will be the platform of Netflix. And at some point, all of that will come together and Spotify will get swallowed up by Netflix. Mark my words. Right.
Matter of fact, I just played that just because I meant to play it earlier. But I do real quick. Something else, because when I was somehow listening to the radio a lot, I do think a lot of y'all be lying about y'all Gunna takes when it comes to Gunna and Lil Baby. And I'm not sitting here saying Gunna makes bad music, because I do think Gunna got some vibey shit and it's cool. But I think a lot of people, again, when we talk about internet voices and internet opinions that kind of just get outrageous, sitting here saying that Gunna make better music or rap better than Lil Baby is absolutely insane, and it makes no sense, because I've been literally listening to the radio station for the last month and a half now, just because of just working way more. So after a time, I thought, get tired of listening to podcasts, need to take my headphones out, let my ears breathe. So I just cut the radio on. And anytime at nighttime, when what's my man name from here? I believe his name is like Malcolm something. Or I think his name is Malcolm, or was it Marky Mark or something, whatever his name is, Marky Mark, that's what it is. Anytime when he get his little mix, man, I'm telling you, he give you a Little Baby joint every night for like fucking 15 minutes, and I'll be like, God damn, I forgot how crazy Lil Baby really used to get. And I'm talking about, nigga, this should be like, and you be like, oh, he didn't watch Drake up a couple times. Like, let's be clear, like, oh man, damn, he caught that. I thought that was a fucking pick. So even when we sit here saying when we having them conversations, when people sit here, when you comparing the two, you got to kind of you have to compare longevity. Does Gunna make catchy songs? Do you probably find more girls who are listening to Gunna than maybe listen to Lil Baby? That's all cool and dandy. I don't care about that. We talking about actually rapping. If you somebody who downloaded CDs before, you can't sit here, like, some of y'all conversations got to make sense for your age group. Like, you can't, some of that
but
shit.
I think that's where you kind of like shooting yourself in the foot, because you talking about, I have to go back and listen to his catalog. We talking about most recently when it comes to hits.
I don't think right now he got, Gunna don't have a bigger song than Mrs. Trendsetter.
Fuck you mean?
Yeah, no, what you mean? What song? You saying that song? Nigga, that song was like 3 years ago.
Okay, that's still recent. 3 years ago, that's recent.
When the last time you heard it?
But that's still recent. You talking about, you said somebody doing a DJ mix. They wasn't playing new Lil Baby.
Yes, they was playing new Lil Baby, but I'm still saying
What was the last Lil Baby and Drake? Song.
What was the last Drake album?
That was more than 3 years ago.
When was the last Drake?
He wasn't on For the Dogs.
He was on Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah, that was pandemic, right?
That might have been. Come on, Baltimore. Y'all. That shit might have been like 3 years ago. Like I said, I'm just sitting here saying, if we just literally going off of pure rap, and you talking about even just bigger songs, he still don't have bigger songs than Lil Baby. Like, if you sit here, if you was doing a versus, Gunna don't stand a chance in hell against Lil Baby. And especially if you take away the songs that they got together. His biggest song to the date still is
that's Certified 2021.
Okay, yeah.
Certified so
and what's the name came out 2023. So you something, nigga, them 2 years apart. Like, yeah, but that's still not Lil Baby biggest song. That wasn't his last song neither.
But that's from but if I'm saying, I think you saying when people probably arguing because recently Gunna has put out music with Lil Baby. What is his big song right now?
Mrs. Trendsetter.
That's that he just put out.
He just put that out.
Right, but so that's what I'm saying. So fuck you mean and all that has been put out. Even the song with him and what's the Burna Boy?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I like I said, I understand people argument we talking about right now. When you talking about Lil Baby, like when is the last Lil Baby hit?
I'm telling you, he got a hit right now.
Yeah, you have one right now, but before that, he put out an album before this one, right?
Yeah.
And since Gunna been out, he's put out how many projects? 3?
Yeah, he put out 3 projects since he been on.
So right, and they all had hits on them. And Lil Baby put out how many projects since then?
Lil Baby just got a lot of big songs though, like a lot of big songs
beforehand. But recently, I'm saying, what is the last like the Lil Baby like? Because what was he? What Wham was the last, right? He just put out that project.
Yeah, he just put out Wham.
Right. So off of that album, what was a big hit on that album?
Let me look at it real quick. He probably didn't like if you're talking about just like super big songs, like comparing it to, if I'm comparing it to Mrs. Trendsetter, he ain't had one. I can be honest with that. He ain't had one. Not compared to as big as this Mrs. Trendsetter song. This Mrs. Trendsetter song is a hit.
All right. So before that album, what was the album before that?
He had some jokes on there. If you're talking about, this is the one with the it's only on me. What was the that was when he had that California Breeze on there. Is that on it? Was that on there, John? California Breeze, I believe us. Yeah, that was on there. California Breeze was on there. And he had some couple other jokes on there. But California Breeze was the biggest song probably off of that one. That was just something I just was literally like, I ain't nothing. I ain't trying to debate you on it. That was just something that I was just thinking about when I was listening to the radio. Oh man, real quick, I guess we kind of go back since Erica stepped out real quick. We can kind of go into this Puka Nacua and
fucked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this. What happened?
A speed run, a masterclass in how to destroy your reputation in one day. Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua was on stream with Aiden Ross and Neon, who I'll get into in a moment, and promised to do a touchdown celebration that is celebrated by white supremacists. No joke. On this stream, which was a choice by Nacua, he was accompanied by Ross, who literally sniffed Andrew Tate's seat after an interview. And
just real quick, before I let him even finish and get into it, just remember that I sit here and said this, what was this, maybe, whenever that was, I played the clip off of Joe Budden, Joan, and Imani was sitting here basically trying to call out Neon. He was like, I don't like how people in the culture kind of
coach didn't let him in the facility.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with this. The rest of this I'm about to play, and that don't got nothing to do with his brother stealing cars and stealing one of the niggas from the Lakers cars. Puka Nacua. His brother stole the rookie nigga for Puka Nacua, then got himself in some shit this last couple of weeks. No. His brother stole an SUV for one of the rookie players from the Lakers, and when they end up finding the car, they end up finding Puka Nacua brother in the jump.
No. But what I'm saying is, you should have knew from the beginning if your coaching staff or your what's name said no, he cannot allow in his practice facility. You should have knew from then.
No, but listen, but again, that goes back to the conversation when I sit here and say, because niggas look at views and say, oh, he got a bag. So somebody who probably realistically was like, oh, this dude get a lot. Oh my God, yes, come on, Zay Flowers, you a fucking idiot, dog. Man, Zay Flowers, you a fucking idiot, man.
Take the ball. And that's the ball game.
And that's the Ravens season. Good night, Irene. Holler at y'all niggas next year. Fucking idiots. But yeah, like I said, just again, that goes back just to the conversation of what we was just having about just, again, people just go off of views. Oh, Aiden Ross and them get a bunch of views. Let me go in there. This gonna be a good look. It's gonna help me get another audience. Going back into the Nicki Minaj shit. All views ain't good money, dog. Just because somebody get views, that shit, what do that mean? You don't have no principles and morals. Y'all don't judge what these people are getting views off of. You okay just because the people got millions of views and they got an audience? Does that make it okay? And I think that's what, again, that's the work. I think that is one of the worst things that I hate about the society we live in now. People are okay with just dealing with and tolerating bullshit as long as it get views. As long as it got views, you don't care how the views come. You don't care that niggas are sitting here building their whole platform off of just straight hate for other people and just on some straight racist shit and some straight negative shit. Like, come on, dog.
Use him as a mentor. He also hosted Nick Fuentes on his stream and has talked to him many times. On Kick, his comment sections are flooded with anti-Semitism and racism. Neon, meanwhile, and these are direct quotes, "I hate black people. I will, you, dumb a black monkey tree," his words, said black folks are effing lazy and stupid. He told Kai Cenat that he would F his mom, and he called her Harriet Tubman, and even named a monkey after Kai. That is who Puka Nacua decided to go on stream with. And on top of this, he said, the refs are the worst. These guys are lawyers. They want to be on TV too. You don't think they're texting with friends in the group chat like, yo, you just saw me on Sunday Night Football. That wasn't PI, but I called it. What? And then Puka tried getting them into the Rams facility, but because it is a short week and they only had 1 day of practice because they're taking on the Seahawks, Thursday Night Football, humongous game, Sean McVay was like, nah, not going to do that. So Puka, I must ask you, is it that you are big fans of Aiden Ross and Neon and you adore them and you wanted to appear on their streams that you did this? Or is it that you have a team of people who either warned you not to do this or suggested it and you did it anyway? Regardless, you look like an absolute fucking idiot. A speed.
I ain't even gotta say nothing else. I said my part on it. I do think it's extremely dumb. Oh my.
But do you
Go ahead.
because I mean, I don't know what his ethnic back, but do you feel like he might not even know?
What you mean? He might not know what.
Like
what
he's
they
not
do?
like he's not hip to the culture type. You know what I'm saying? Like he might not.
I mean,
know.
it could be, that could be true. I don't know. I don't follow him enough to know if he speaks
Just like I
English
said,
or
for
any
him,
of that.
Puka,
But
like
I
said,
think
even when you say with his brother, I'm like, are you in Cali? And that's kind of like the more Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
so I don't know. Like maybe his brother might be already tied into
some gang shit or
some
something.
gang
He
shit
could
or
be,
whatever.
possibly.
So that's why I'm just kind of like, you might just be out the loop. You don't know.
I mean, listen to what I'm saying. All of that could be true, but that's still somebody in your camp knows. Somebody I'm sure realistically you got a PR person. They ain't sitting here making it seem like Puka Nacua is some super. I mean, if you watch football, you understand how good he is. But I'm sure if you're not a fan of the Rams, you don't know what type of house. If he's not like some household name. If you're not a Rams fan, you're gonna know who he is. So I don't think. I think realistically, I honestly don't. I don't know. I can't even sit here and I don't want to sit and give him no excuse or no way out on just doing it. I just think a lot of people just be looking at the views and that's it. Oh, these people get a lot of views, so that means they get a lot of money, so that means they get a lot of attention. So I don't think all of that shit.
So let me ask you, as a content creator, right? Like it does just say you didn't know, right? You was an athlete, right? You just like, oh, this guy, you know, popped or whatever. You did it. So now that you're seeing what I guess the kickback and all that you getting back, how do you go forward from there?
I just never would have went on it, period. It's not like I'm going to do my research. I'm not just sitting here because you rich and you already famous. You don't have to go run and just do anything. You play football, dog. Like niggas ain't about to see if your performance have to beat down. You going on that fucking podcast or that streaming shit. What was it going to do for you? Was it after when they were trying to get James Harden and his manager told him 100? I mean, I told him $1 million. I don't know. I don't watch them niggas, so I don't know.
No, it was wasn't. I think it was one of them. I think it was Neon. Whatever they were trying to get James Harden, and his agent told him $1 million for him to do an interview.
Maybe shout out to James Harden if that's what he told him. I ain't mad at him. But I'm not going. I cannot. Almost God, I can't believe I almost let this one go past. I guess my question for y'all is, of course, a lot of people were giving their pushback and their thoughts on Mariah the Scientist and Young Thug's proposal. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't know what makes a perfect proposal. Like and hearing people sit here and say this, and I'm kind of like just listening and seeing all the different clips. I'm like, what makes this a bad proposal because he did it in front of so many people and it wasn't more of an intimate setting? I kind of don't understand it because what makes you perform? What makes you propose? What makes somebody proposing in front of your friends and family better than me proposing in front of 19,000 people?
I think it's the way they did it. I think it didn't look Like I think you just did. Like if it was like if this was he was in jail and you did it, I think I probably had more sentiment. But like I said, you did it. It wasn't like, all right, we at the front of the stage and everybody can see us. Like it wasn't like you didn't plan it out. You just like, all right, I'm about to just do it.
How you gonna say he didn't plan it out and it came up on the?
But you didn't see. Like I said, you wasn't in the front of the stage. Like it wasn't like, hey, she was just singing. Now I'm about to say her proposal. It was like she had the back turn or whatever the case may be, and then she didn't even say yes. It was like you got up and then was like, you gonna marry me? Like if that's like if you propose to a girl, you on your knees, and she was like, you know what I'm saying, like didn't say yes automatically, that would be a bad proposal, right?
I mean, I like again. Me personally, I don't know what makes something bad and what makes something good. I honestly just don't. I can't I don't know because I have seen too many regular people proposal. So it's like, are y'all holding Young Thug to some other type of status of proposal because he rich? Like I feel like because the ring still was the ring was ringing. So it's like I don't understand. I don't
think more people giving her criticism because like I said, what you went like you the videos and all that. I think that's why people give her more criticism because you seen all that play out. It's like, all right, now he proposed to you, and it's like, all right, he proposed to really wasn't a real propose.
But I think for just a backstory for people who, because maybe everybody don't keep up with everything. She basically recently she performed at whatever little thing they got at, I'm about to say Hot 97, but Power 105. They had some little winter jam or some jingle bell. So yeah, so it was Angie Martinez, Angela Yee, and Lauren LaRosa, and Mariah DeSantis just did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she told her that she wanted to get married. She was like, hey, what you looking for in 2026? She's like, I want to get married. She's like, I want to get married. I want to have kids. And then Angie Martinez said, hey, what do would you prefer, kids first or marry first? And she said, I'd rather marriage first because I want to know that it's a commitment and it's not a commitment being made because we got a kid. She literally just said that. So that was the weekend before last, and then the next weekend when he have his show, hey, he get on and he proposed. I hear a lot of the crazy thing is to me, I guess, when to hear so many regular ass women sit here and shit on his proposal. And what did your regular and the crazy thing is, if your regular ass is single for Christmas, I don't give a fuck about your opinion on somebody getting proposed to. Like sometimes niggas just be getting out of pocket and just be saying crazy shit. Like you about to sit here on Christmas Day, be lonely as fuck and sitting here rubbing some fucking your onesies and running around doing Christmas parties and shit like that. Bitch, shut the fuck up. How you gonna tell somebody a nigga got on his knees for her and proposed in front of 19,000 people and you gonna sit here and open Christmas gifts with your fucking mother? Eat my dick, dog.
A man really just got on this app and said we don't call women losers enough.
Y'all wonder why Thug's proposal was so bare minimum. He knew he didn't have to do too much. He knew regardless.
You said you seen it?
I'm looking at her now. Like it looked like she was either talking or singing, and he kind of snuck up behind.
Yeah, she was singing. She was performing her song.
I think
that's what normally like I've seen proposals like that. With
but that's what I'm saying. I think people probably just feel like it was just badly planned. Like I said,
how was that badly planned?
No, because how many people go out there? They got the little "Marry Me" sign behind them. They got the picture.
Nigga, that was there.
The "Marry Me" behind.
Yeah, it was on the fucking billboard.
No, the joint. I just saw it was just him. He just got on.
It's right there. Will you marry me?
No, see, I didn't see that. See the video I saw. It was just him. It was like him and a bunch of niggas.
Yeah, so that's my point. Like, what's bad about that?
Yeah, see, so no, I saw it from the other angle. It was on the other side. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see that from saying. The way I saw it, I didn't see it from that. Like, I didn't see the background. I didn't know she performed.
People just need to mind their business. Like, if she's happy with it, then that's all that matters.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I think people just complaining. But like I said, because it's Young Thug and it's her. And
no, listen to what I'm saying. If you sit here saying just because it's Young Thug, and you think Young Thug is just an ugly nigga and she deserve better, I agree with y'all. But that don't. She's still with him. So what I think she deserves and what would look better for her. Obviously, she don't give a fuck, nigga. Her last boyfriend was Yachty before it was Young Thug. So obviously, she got a type. She like ugly, funny, dark skin looking niggas. So that's her type. So allow her to like what she like. Like I don't understand what people are looking for more for her. Like, bro, what are we talking about?
Y'all wonder why Thug's proposal was so bare minimum. He knew he didn't have to do too much. He knew regardless. Yeah, he knew. Let this be a lesson to never let anybody force you to do something you do not want to do. I don't care. And if you don't understand what a manipulator is, you need to just go ahead and look up Mariah DeSantis' proposal today. If you're not already aware, Mariah DeSantis was proposed to. Not only was she proposed to, but she was proposed to on stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people. The first thought when I saw it was he's manipulating her because she obviously did not want to say yes. He literally pulled her arm. Why would you do that? only did he pull her arm, but you have all this money. And don't get me wrong, not even on no gold digging stuff, but you have all this money. And instead of making everybody in the mother freaking thing have a bouquet of flowers waiting to throw in the crowd, you didn't think of nothing. All you thought of was to get down on that knee and that's all you thought of? It's nothing to show. Why would you do that? He did that so she couldn't say no. She didn't even want to say, I guess we getting married. Until you really know the definition of a manipulator, you really won't understand the situation because people really manipulate things to the benefit of their situation. He did that based off the fact. But yeah, what I was saying is he knows that she didn't want to say yes. He knew that he had her in a pickle. He knew that she somewhat know her worth. And it's like every time Mariah might be thinking about her worth or she might be, no, let me remind this girl that she ain't going nowhere. Jokes aside though, please stop letting these people do these bare minimum things for y'all. Y'all act like it's just, like that's the least that he or she could do. That's the least. I'm quitting the bare minimum. Bare minimum. Best but man, do better, Young Thug. And don't let that man or that girl force you into something that you know you do not want. I don't care. You understand me? You understand me? Okay, good night. Go eat something. Y'all wonder why Thug's proposal was so bare minimum. He knew he didn't have to do too much. He knew regardless. Yeah, he knew. Let this be a lesson to never let anybody force you to do something you do not want to do. I don't care. And if you don't understand what a manipulator is, you need to just go ahead and look up Mariah the Scientist's proposal today. If you're not,
so again, like I said, I guess my question would be just like, is basketball like proposing to somebody at a basketball game or a football game? Like I feel like people do that shit all the time at baseball games. Like I don't get it because it's like, if we was at a restaurant and I had a bunch of flowers with because let's see here and say that ring maybe. Huh?
You're not Young Thug.
So because I'm Young Thug, I can't do a stage. I have to do a restaurant.
No, because let's use Stephon Diggs for example, right? So if Stephon Diggs was to propose to Cardi B, it would have to be something like
no.
It can't be nothing regular. It would have to be because it's Stephon Diggs.
So perfect. So perfect example. I'm glad you brought Stephon Diggs. So Stephon Diggs, let's say the Patriots go to the Super Bowl and they win the Super Bowl, and Cardi B at the Super Bowl. So if Stephon Diggs proposed to Cardi B at the Super Bowl, that would be a bad proposal?
No, it wouldn't.
So what's the difference?
Because that's what I'm saying. I think it's just because it's Young Thug and it's her. That's what I'm saying. I think
so. You're basically saying you feel like people just don't like Young Thug and they don't like Young Thug for her. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's what I think it is. I mean, I don't, like I said, I think that's because even if, let's say, Tiana Taylor, if Slim, if he proposed to, I don't feel like it wouldn't be no, like, all right, he proposed to whatever they at event or whatever the case may be. If he, I don't feel like nobody. I think because it's Young Thug.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. If people are just complaining, but just because it's Young Thug and they just don't like Young Thug for her, then cool. I'm cool with that. I'm not mad at that. But don't make it seem like this is just a bad proposal. Because then I'm asking, if we was at a restaurant and it was just 10 people, it was me, it was him and her and 10 of their closest friends and family or whatever the case may be, and he had a dozen roses, but the ring was way smaller. Like if I propose at a restaurant with your club, like the proposal is way more intimate, but the ring is cheeks. Like, does that make the proposal better, or does me sitting here like, to me that's I don't maybe people have never tried to perform or do anything in front of thousands of people before. Like, bro, that is to me that takes a lot of balls, dog.
All right, do you think people won't get on DDG about his sister?
That's a skit. That wasn't for real.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, hell no.
Oh, okay.
No, you must ain't never seen no clips with them and their mother. No,
That's what I'm saying. No,
I know it wasn't. I know. I seen the skit. I seen, but in the hell no, nigga. Their mother be on some different type of shit. Nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was just because I saw that. I don't like.
I just want to play like one more person, Jonah. This.
I'm just gonna say my man is a regular man, and he proposed to me on a private boat in Jamaica, followed with a private beach dinner. I mean, lobster and fireworks and everything. Also, he paid for me to go to Jamaica to a 5-star resort for a week. All expenses paid. And the best Young Thug could do was propose in the middle of a concert. I personally hate when men use women's moments to further their own agenda. I hate it when Offset got on that stage and apologized. I hate that man who proposed in the middle of that ladies' marathon. I hate when men propose.
Let me pause it right there. And this be my point when people sit on the internet and just don't be knowing what the fuck they be talking about. How is that her moment? This was his welcome home concert. That was his moment. He brought her out on his show.
Oh, I thought she was performing.
No, he let her perform. Like he let Quavo, he let Meek Mills, he let fucking whoever else perform that night.
Oh, when you just said that, I thought that was she was on the show. That
No, he just bought her out on
he
his
brought her
show.
out there. Oh no, okay, no. If he brought her out there, didn't know. No, I thought she was actually performing.
No, she performed, but this was his welcome home concert. He had a welcome home concert in Atlanta the same way Lucci had one. So of course he had, like I said, he had Quavo, he had Meek Mills. Who else performed? I want to say I think Rick Ross came out there. I can't remember.
You said Angelina. I mean,
No. I was talking about that was from the jingle, but he didn't perform. He didn't propose at the Jingle Bell Joint. I'm just sitting there saying she did an interview 2 weeks ago at the Jingle Bell Joint. Yeah. So that's my whole point. Even with this girl sitting here saying,
that's what I thought when you said that. I thought that's when they proposed. When she said, "Oh, I want to be proposed."
No.
Okay, so no, this is in Atlanta.
This is in Atlanta,
Okay,
and that was in New York.
Right,
two different weekends.
Okay.
On Christmas and the girl's actual birthday, and the only thing that they have is the fucking ring. And most of all, I hate men who are uncreative and unthoughtful, because all you literally did was go to a fucking store and buy a ring. Ew. And before anybody starts, that ring is big and ugly. My ring is 10 carats, and my man pays all my bills. Do better. I'm just gonna say my man is a.
Is the what's name of Chico proposing on Christmas Day?
If that's something that y'all really want, and I guess even if Christmas is a big deal to you, like to me that would be fine. No, if I spend 10 bands on a ring, I'm giving it to you whenever the fuck I feel like it. You ain't about to sit here and tell me I can't propose on Christmas. If all your family gonna be there and that's what y'all trying to be, even this bra, like dog, dude, man. I be thinking sometimes people don't be looking at themselves before they sit here and just try to be popping shit. Like, come on, dog. Like, all of that shit you said, like, she's saying on a private, but like, bro, that's shit Young Thug do for this girl on the regular. That shit is not extravagant, but on a regular, you're not performing in front of 19,000 people. This was a sold-out show at the State Farm Arena in their hometown, dog. Like, even for you to sit here and have to, even for this girl, for you to have to explain all that, and I can't just sit here and go to your page and know that you already a kept woman. Like, didn't that mean that you ain't really kept for real? Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, y'all be trying too hard. Like, niggas be trying to sound sweet for like no fucking reason. Like, come on, dog, be for real. Let's go.
Anybody's shoes. I don't have to wear anybody's crown. I'm building my own.
Yeah, love it, man. Well, listen, right fast, take me on the inside of Charlemagne Inc., right? You have your iHeart deal, your podcast network. From what I'm saying, you're a 51% owner in that podcast network. Joint venture with iHeart. What's going on with the podcast network, man? How you liking that? What's inside that business? How are you able to run it? And what are you learning?
I love it. 5 years ago, speaking of Combat Jack, I was always a equity owner in a loudspeaker network. So it was me, Combat Jack, and my man Chris Moreau. And I credit Chris a lot because Chris told me 13 years ago, 2 things you're gonna have to do is write a book and start a podcast. I always knew I was gonna write a book just because I love reading, I love writing. That was a no-brainer. But podcasting, I was a little arrogant on it. I was like, why I gotta do a podcast? I do morning radio. And he was like, I'm telling you, this is where the culture is going. This is where media is going. And I started to think about it. I'm like, I have been fired from radio 4 times. So it would be cool to have my own platform. And, just in case this Breakfast Club thing don't work out, at least I still have a voice. And so that's when me and Andrew Schultz started Brilliant Idiots, 13 years ago. And then, helping Loudspeaker go out there and get, other talent and bring them on the network. Chris gave me equity in Loudspeaker. So I always saw how the podcast business was growing, not just being in front of the microphone, but behind the scenes as well. And so when I started to look at what Bill Simmons was doing with the Ringer, and I was looking at the Barstools and the Gimlets and Wonderies and all of these different platforms, I was like, yo, we don't have a space like that for us.
Right. Like a BET for podcasts.
And that's exactly what my mentality was. Like I want to create the BET, for podcasting. Because the other thing I was seeing was you had so many podcasts out there with Black hosts, but they were kind of more focused on video than they were audio. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they were necessarily connecting the dots the way that they could as far as the advertising dollars are concerned. And so when I was looking at, doing my new deal with iHeart, I was like, I don't want to just be talent anymore. I want to create this podcast network.
Is this you growing into, I remember 2018, I believe you wanted to podcast with Torre, and you were mentioning how Steve Harvey, Ryan Seacrest were your inspirations. You wanted to get into the executive producer lane, right? That was years ago. You're now in that, right?
Fully.
Is this where you wanted to be? Is where you are?
Fully immersed in it. Been there for the last 5 years, whether it's executive producing, movies, like my own television shows on Comedy Central, executive producing, audio scripted content with the company that me and Kevin Hart got with SBH Productions, executive producing these, podcasts that we got on Black Effect. Like, the name of the game is IP. So I'm fully immersed in my executive producer bag. But, it all starts with the Black Effect Podcast Network. Being successful at that, showed people like, oh, okay, he does know what he's doing, in the business space. But, I can't take, all of the credit at all. Like, my good sister, Dolly Bishop, who is the president.
I just want to say this real quick, just for people who, if you've been listening long enough, I feel like realistically, if you've been listening to this show long enough, for a fact, I am a huge Charlamagne the God fan. I feel like Charlamagne is probably absolutely the greatest Black podcast or radio host, whatever you want to say. He is the GOAT. He is the bar, and he is the bar because for just, again, when you kind of going just like coming out the gate, being on some shock jock and just kind of doing whatever, when we talk about just people doing stuff for views and kind of doing stuff to get reactions out of people. And then for him to be able to grow where I feel like the difference between him and like an Academics or even him and a Joe Budden. And I remember just having these arguments with people, like, because I'm sure most people, like, if you're a real podcast fan and you were podcasting as well, most people probably even picked the side when Joe Budden was dropping his Joe Budden Network at the same time when Charlamagne was putting out the Black Effect Network. And I'm sure most people, you could kind of look at it two different ways where it was like, okay, one was fully independent. And that was kind of even their little back and forth. If y'all remember when they had their little back and forth. And let's be clear, I was ready to come in here and kill Joe Budden because what he did was he was smart, because when I believe that was Wednesday episode when the story released, and I probably figured out that Rory and Maul had their Joan. He was ready to shoot at everybody for having a Netflix. I'm sure y'all was mad, y'all still in y'all deal. I heard him, and he caught himself and stopped. And that was the smartest thing he ever did, was stop and not sit here and put his foot in his mouth and allow these deals to play out and allow them really to hear how these jumps was broken down. But I can hear, if you go back and if y'all think I'm tripping, you go back, listen to his Joan on Wednesday when they first announced these deals. It was a lot of little backhanded compliments and a little bit of like he was ready to throw some salts and shit on niggas. But even see him saying, even when he started the network and he felt like his Joan, like let's call a spade a spade. He started his network and that shit fell completely smack on his face. Fucking Charlamagne still got the Black Effect, and that joint is thriving and shining. And obviously, you can see that clear as day. Is him sitting here about to put the Breakfast Club on Netflix, and the Breakfast Club is up under the Black Effect network. So again, with all that just being said, I think sometimes it's like I understand we live in the world again when we see him saying just they got the bag, or just a nigga being loud like Stephen A. or like a Joe Budden. Sometimes you could be loud and you can and catch people's attention, but that shit kind of just don't mean that you know business. You can be a great. I don't think that takes away from Joe Budden being a great podcaster. That doesn't mean he's a great businessman. That doesn't mean he understands business, because you can be a great podcaster the same way somebody can be a great rapper but don't understand how to market it, or don't understand how to make hit records, because you need a hit record to kind of push the album a certain way. Like, yeah, you can be great at what you do, but that don't mean you are great at business. And Charlamagne continuously, like, he don't talk like, I'm gonna even play the clip of when Lauren LaRosa broke the story on the Breakfast Club about him getting $200 million. No, if you watch the Breakfast Club, you go on Charlamagne and you see his page, bro, this nigga is such a regular t-shirt, regular hoodie wearing, like, or just some black clothing line, like, and I'm talking about like graphic hoodies or just hoodies with slogans on them. He's not a bunch of designer. He don't drive a bunch of fancy cars. He don't do none of that shit. And that's another reason why I appreciate this nigga so much, because he just allowed the work to speak. And he's somebody where you can sit here and you can see him on the Breakfast Club doing the interviews with whatever rappers, and then at nighttime you'll see him on CNN or you'll see him on Fox News. And that's what I'm talking about, why he is the greatest podcaster or radio host of all time. Because again, and this is, you kind of gotta slight Joe, because what he needs 6 niggas to do, Charlamagne can do by himself. I don't need to podcast with 6 niggas. I can pod by myself, because I'm going to take time to figure out how to talk about politics. I'm going to figure out how to talk about mental health and all the other things that you need 6 other niggas to help you talk about. I don't need them other people. And I think sometimes you just got to you just have to sit here and point out greatness, where if this was basketball and you comparing Steph and LeBron, yeah, Steph is a better shooter, but LeBron James is a better all-around player. And that is Charlamagne when it comes to podcasting, though. He just get the job done completely. He can literally put a team on his back, and you got to give him credit for, though. Look, if you really listen to the Breakfast Club, bro, and you pay attention, look at what he's doing with Lauren LaRosa. Like, he in real time, if you are paying attention, though, he is fucking building this girl up to be a fucking powerhouse on her own. Where people, when there's literally stories and news breaking, you're going to Lauren LaRosa and he's building her up for that. Like, if you listen to the Breakfast Club, dog, Jess Hilarious don't do shit on that motherfucker besides ad-lib. And I said that shit a million times on here. He's building, like, them segments is built up. Like, Lauren LaRosa is literally be able to come in her own and literally Angela Yee 0.20. And he's building her up in real time. So again, like I said, that's when you got to give a nigga credit where you sit here because I can help build other people up, and at the same time, I can still shine bright like Beyonce. Where was this clip? Breakfast Club. I hate when I do this.
Yesterday,
oh, no, that was the joint when it was going to. I thought I had, my bad. I thought I had it when it was when she did the announcement to going to oh yeah, I do got it.
He's also a company, guys.
This is y'all. This no, y'all. This is no.
I need help with my student loan.
This y'all. This is listen. I don't know. This is silly. Okay, all Forbes did was just highlight my career and some of my business ventures. Okay, all of that money, all them numbers. I don't know nothing about none of that. Okay, that's just stop, guys. Oh yeah, okay. Y'all worried about the wrong things, man. I didn't even. You can't. Y'all know AI be out here.
Shut up.
What? Y'all know AI real. You know what I'm saying? All for a living. Like, why do we allow these people to do that, man? Truth when the lie is more entertaining. But do y'all really want to be sending me YouTube videos of people talking about? At what point do we stop listening to these niggas?
And I do. So real quick, I guess I sped it up a little bit just so the point to go to. And when I'm sitting here talking about just views and stuff that sometimes just don't matter because people just be loud and wrong. And I respect Charlamagne for not even calling out names because he's better than me because I'm gonna call their names out. Academics and fucking Tasha K was loud and wrong as shit. Everybody was swore to God that Charlamagne, his deal about to come up and he about to lead the Breakfast Club. They don't have no. Listen, dog. You know what's so crazy? And this is when I stand firm on my thing, on my beliefs on Academics. Again, Academics probably he's still gonna have whatever views he have, but Academics, his plateau of his peak or wherever he at. It's where it's at. It's not going to get no higher or it's going to get no lower. And I meant to clip it up and take that piece so I don't have to go back and through. But I'm not going to look to. I'm going to tell you verbatim what I was. And he was listening. And he was talking about why he felt like IHOP may not bring back Charlamagne because he was like, man, he really don't do anything more provocative and don't really be going viral. I'm like, you looking for shit for dumb? Like he don't go viral for what? Because he ain't talking about fucking whatever stupid Blueface and Krishan. Is that what the fuck you talking about? Because this nigga go viral. The fucking president called him out by name. The president sit here made a tweet about Charlamagne and added the nigga. The fuck are y'all talking about? Like his viral and y'all viral ain't the same. Like he ain't playing the same game you niggas is playing. Politics is going to last forever until you're dead. You're going to have to go vote for somebody for something. Rappers going to come and go, and we can get into that in a few seconds when we're talking about these niggas saying fuck the streets. Like think about what you sitting here saying. If I got to sit here and Charlamagne is older than me, so, but are you sitting here saying a nigga got to be 40 and 50 years old and I got to keep up with Krishan and Blueface and that's the type of virality you talking about? Yeah, then this clip that's over for niggas. It's going to be a done deal. But this nigga's a grown man. He has grown people conversations and he goes viral for grown stuff in a growner space. Niggas got to learn how to grow the fuck up. When I heard Academics say this, I said, oh yeah, it's a dub for you, dog. Whatever views you getting, cool, because we do live in a generation where people are like, oh, he do numbers and this and that. All right, cool. For that group of people, yes, he's going to do numbers, but after a while, you're going to outgrow that and you're not going to be checking for what he's talking about because you're going to eventually not give a fuck about 6ix9ine or you're not going to give a fuck about Blueface or none of that other stupid shit.
I want to ask y'all that, chat. I know nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining, but do y'all really want to just keep subscribing and listening to people who lie to y'all for a living? Like seriously, people lie to y'all for a living. Like why do we allow these people to do that, man? Like why? Like at some point, like you see these individuals and they always caught up in some dumb shit. They get sued. Like why? Stop listening to people who lie to y'all for a living, man. Please. And I'm gonna tell you something. I love YouTube and I love going on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers I'm entertained by, but most of these YouTubers don't know shit. Majority of them don't know what the fuck they talking about. That's why I like YouTubers that are like intellectually curious, the ones that will see something out there and just have a conversation about it, not get on and act like they know what the hell they talking about and, you know, reading numbers that aren't real and all of that stupid shit like that. Not even reading numbers that aren't real, don't even understand the numbers that they reading. So they just report, you know, misinformation. You know what? I'm gonna shout out some of the YouTubers. All right. You know, some of the YouTubers I actually like.
Again, like I said, man, shout out to Charlamagne. Again, that is my goat. I don't feel like you can argue with whoever you want. You can like who you want, because I mean it's a preference thing. If you are somebody who just like to be entertained and just listen to niggas yell and just repeat stupid shit, I mean, cool, knock yourself out. I'm just telling you, as when you get older and you kind of just wanting your brain to kind of function a little bit different, you kind of look for different things so your brain can function a little bit different. I think a lot of y'all be damn near chasing like stupidity at this point, and that's why you follow and listen to shit that's just kind of just stupid. But I guess we kind of get into I want to get into some other news. I guess we kind of get into the F the streets thing. Oh, matter of fact, real quick before we get into this, I do want to play this message from Tabitha Brown.
Hello there. Real quick, I am laying on the ground. I'm under my orange tree right here. And I wanted to share something with y'all. This is all artificial grass. This is not real. This is not real. However, I came out here this morning and my eye went straight to this one weed. Y'all see it? It's just one weed growing straight out this grass. And I was like, Lord, not a weed. My first thought was to grab it and pull it out, because that's what we do to weeds, right? But then God stopped me. He said, wait a minute, Tab, I want you to look up the definition of weed. So I did. And I looked up the definition. And the definition, if you've never looked it up, says a weed is a wild plant growing where it is not wanted. And I said, okay. He said, now, Tab, pay attention. Okay, we're going somewhere. He said, all of this grass is artificial, but it is the only real thing growing. The weed. It's the only real thing growing. Of course, it's not wanted. I said, okay, Lord, I see what you're doing there. Listen, maybe you are the weed in your environment, and people have made you think that that is a bad thing. Of course, they don't want you there, because you're the only thing that's growing. Maybe you're a little bit wild and different, but maybe you're just in the wrong environment. Maybe everything around you is fake. Do you understand that? Honey, you know what we do to weeds? We pull them out. Don't wait for somebody to pull you out. Pull yourself out. Honey, be the good weed that you know you are. Okay? Wild and free, but just exactly as you are. You're not wanted in that environment. It's time to move. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So I'm going to start looking at weeds a little bit differently. But I'll make sure, if I so happen to be a weed, I won't wait for anybody else to pull me out. I'll pull myself out. Okay? It reminds me of the song we used to sing when I was little. It's I moved from my old house, and I moved from my old friends, and I moved from my old ways of strife. Thank God I moved out to a brand.
Shout out to Tabitha Brown. I guess, like I said, listen. Oh, matter of fact, before we get into that, and then I'll ask you about the your Christmas Day predictions for the NBA. Boosie.
Hey, all these people saying fuck the streets and all this, I'm not with it, because I am, you know, I'm a big part of the streets. You know, that's what my love is. That's what my genuine love is. They love me so much, you know, and I'm always speak up for the streets, bro. We talking about how it traumatized us. Yeah, it fucked us up, but it made us success stories. Everybody who was traumatized by the streets, it made you a success story to lead them streets. Streets made everything, hip hop, NFL, NBA. All these are people who come from most 60% are from the NBA are from the streets. All athletes are from the streets. They had to play ball to leave the streets. So so the streets got success stories. This shit ain't all trauma. Trauma turned into success. Let's keep it real, bro. Like, man, I ain't gonna nah, man. We ain't finna be on no fuck the street shit, especially if you done made it off the streets, nigga. Come on, man. Like, take the streets out of all our music. Take street shit out, all our music. Who are we now? Who are you now without that street message that you preach to everybody? Who are you now, nigga? Yeah, man. So that ain't cool, right? I'm not with the fuck the street shit. I feel like y'all using that as a gateway for when y'all get in trouble. If everybody saying fuck the street, by the time y'all get in trouble, now y'all have a gateway. I'm telling, fuck the streets. I ain't going for it. I'm standing up, man. Yeah.
So I mean, again, of course, if you are on the internet, I'm sure realistically, you at this point you have seen the back and forth between some rappers who are down with 21 Savage saying F the streets, and of course it's been a lot of people in Atlanta who's been supporting it, even G Herbo out of Chicago. But I guess realistically, some people giving it a pushback, and even with Boosie giving it a pushback in the way he was kind of saying and saying it is like, you can't sit here and say F the streets now, and you done kind of profited and benefited off of street culture for so long, because that's where your career, that's where your music career came from. So if you sit here saying F the streets now, it's like, all right, well, delete all your music.
Up. Niggas grow up. Jay-Z don't sit here and still say that. Niggas grow up. It's okay. You can't, like, that's my whole thing. I don't feel nothing wrong with you saying fuck the streets. It's cool. Niggas grow up. Like you just said, niggas, you're not still doing the same shit you was doing before. You're not catching no bodies. Like I will feel like it's stupid for you to sit here and be rapping about the shit and you're not even in the streets doing it. That's some fake
but
shit.
no, I get you, but I think I hear what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but that doesn't speak to, again, what Boosie saying is y'all niggas just put out projects, and all y'all projects y'all was just sliding just a week ago. 21 Savage just put out a project a week ago, and he was definitely sliding on that project a week ago. So
but before the fucking
nigga, the album he just put out.
No, I thought that was Arm.
21 Savage?
Yeah, the one with the Bonnet and all that shit.
Marcus, 21 Savage put out a project Friday.
That's
Bonnet
the street one.
There was not no fuck the streets one. He wasn't. Did you listen to the music?
No, I'm saying is that
the name of the album? The name of the album is What Happened to the Streets.
Right. So and it's not what that's what the album, that's promoting the album, right? I thought that's what the whole fucking street was.
No. He just I don't know what what made him.
The whole thing was. I thought that was the whole fuck the street was to promote the album.
No, that's what people were saying, and that's why people are giving a pushback, saying the album ain't doing crazy numbers. The Drake stimulus pack, even when him and 6ix9ine had their little back and forth, and that's what 6ix9ine was saying. Again, like I said, I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I do think realistically people outgrow certain things. But again, what about all the people that you already led astray? All the people you didn't lead down the wrong street. When all of those, when we talk about Trap Lord Ross, when I sit here and said, when I called out the NBA YoungBoy fans for sitting here being upset that he's doing a part 2 to the 6-hour documentary he already put out. When NBA YoungBoy was still kind of under the radar, everybody was happy with the Trap Lord Ross interview. But now he didn't blew up and he became mainstream. You mad that Trap Lord Ross is still drawing that same attention to him. So again, like I said, I get what Boosie's saying is like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't become a millionaire off of promoting. It's just basically what they doing is you're doing what the drug dealers used to do. I'm gonna sit here and sell all this crack to the hood, turn people mothers into crackheads, and now I'm gonna give out turkeys, or for Christmas I'm gonna give out bikes and toys to the kids. But yeah, this shit ain't nothing. My mother paid for this. She smoked all this goddamn crack. My mother that spent thousands of dollars with you, and you go buy me a fucking a punk ass $200 bike and give her a turkey. Cool, but you still already done poisoned my house. My house is still trash. This bike ain't gonna help me from my mother but being a crackhead. That's basically what they did with your music. You help poison. You help sit here and give niggas music to sit here and motivate the streets. Even for somebody like Pooh Shiesty, nigga, you got the #1 song on the internet right now. You shit 10 million views on YouTube and all of this, and you done sit here and took down Mariah Carey for the #1 song on the Apple Music and all that other cool shit that you done with the first day out. Nigga, you on that whole entire song, you was talking crazy. You literally on that song said you the reason why your Gotti running around with Drakes. Like, that's my whole point. Again, you can't sit here and put out one message in your music, because guess what? Realistically, more people gonna hear your music than they gonna see these tweets. These tweets gonna get old. This gonna be a story for a weekend, and then by the time Christmas Day come back in, niggas is back listening to your music. They ain't think about this fuck the streets you posting these tweets. Even for G Herbo, nigga, you got a song called Blitz. You can't sit here and say fuck the streets if I cut on your last album and your last album had niggas wanting to get in the car and do a drive-by. That to me don't make sense, because it's literally all you're doing is what the drug dealers do. You literally sit here and sell drugs and you give out turkeys and sit here and think you're doing something cool. And y'all done all seen, what was that, New Jack City? You seen how with the old man did the fucking Wesley Snipes at the end. Like, nigga, fuck you and them turkeys. Like, that's basically what you're doing. Like, I don't, like, don't tell me fuck the streets. Change your music that you put out, because we gonna listen to your music. Every nigga in this, guess what? Niggas on the streets ain't sitting on the internet, so they don't know nothing about this, but everybody and their mother heard that goddamn Pooh Shiesty first day out, though. Niggas is still listening to that new 21 Savage, and on that new 21 Savage, you killed a couple of niggas on these songs. We done went around and slid on some niggas on this album, so that's my only thing where it's like, all of that shit sound cool. It sound cool. It's something super positive. Nobody's hating on positive, of course, if you into growth, but I want to be able to hear it in the music.
It ain't gonna sell.
Of course it ain't. So if we all know that, then guess what? The niggas say that bullshit.
But who was saying it was really about the bullshit? Like I said, I did it to sell music. Now, all right, I'm finding this another way to do it. Then I'm gonna go to other.
So what's the other way to do it? You haven't showed us you found another way.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Now I'm trying to say and promote, like, hey, let's clean it up. Let's not. Like I said, I don't understand. Like I said, I think y'all hold too much on to them. Like, you ain't seen them kill nobody or nothing like that. But like I said, y'all going like, oh no, you need to be in it. But like I said, they not in it. Half of y'all not even in it who listen to it. So that's what I said. How can you sit and hold somebody accountable for the music they put out and y'all not even doing the shit?
People are doing it though.
But not but the people who are listening to it, you're not doing it. So that's what I'm saying.
So, but Marcus, that's stupid. That what you saying don't make no sense. Niggas is outside. Somebody outside getting robbed right now. People is getting their cars broken into every day. Some niggas, them little kids ain't riding around pulling moves, and niggas ain't running around wearing shiesty. So Marcus, listen, no, listen, no, listen, please shut the fuck up. Nigga, the whole fucking ski mask is called what? What is it called? A shiesty. Where the fuck did that come from? Pooh Shiesty. I don't give a fuck about Pooh Shiesty tweeting out some fucking fuck the streets. Nigga, you got every goddamn kid with a fucking shiesty on his face. Fuck you in that tweet. That tweet ain't gonna delete everything that you already done poisoned the neighborhood with. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't care. I'm 41 years old. Of course I'm not outside doing that, but that don't have nothing to do with the 14-year-old listening to that, because I'm listening to it with 41-year-olds. The nigga who's 14 ain't listening to it the same way I'm listening to it. When them kids listen, when them fucking teenagers and 20-year-olds is listening to that Pooh Shiesty, they're not listening to it and then digesting it the same way I am. So if you sitting here just judging it off of my old ass, I barely listen to music anyway. Nigga, I listen to more podcasts than I listen to music. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not the person that they sit here saying that for. And what's going to be the next move? Because when I listen to that last project, listen to the fucking words. Ain't nothing on that new 21 Savage project sit here and say, fuck the streets. Nothing on that new G Herbo, nothing on none of Lil Baby ain't get into none of that shit, because guess what? His last project, he wasn't talking. That nigga got fucking songs called That Mrs. Trendsetter. He ain't talking about shit about no bitch on that song. He just finessed with the hooking on that song. He talking crazy street shit. But again, guess what? Niggas didn't want to hear. Nobody ain't want to hear Jeezy when he did that positive bullshit he's put out. And he told y'all niggas ain't want to hear when he first time he got on a new song, when he got on the joint with Cardi B. He's like, oh, the streets ain't fucking with the whatever that last shit he put out. You know he wasn't, bitch. Because niggas don't want to hear that shit. Nigga, I know how to separate the two, and I'm not nobody's fucking parent, but with parents, y'all need to teach your kids how to separate the two. 21 Savage can keep that fucking tweet. I don't give a fuck about that. You're literally the drug dealer who sit here and poison me and turn my mother into a crackhead, and now you're trying to give me fucking a free bike and a free turkey and tell me to go back in the house. Nigga, okay, cool, I got my bike and my mother still gonna be smoking crack the day after Christmas. The fuck are we talking about, dog? Fuck that tweet.
Yeah, I'll grow up someday.
Oh, why does your name play?
What's up with the hair though? Why don't brush your hair?
I don't like for what?
You come up for what?
Why get cut? Why I lotion why lotion?
You don't wear lotion either?
No, I don't lotion my body like that. I might lotion my hands if they a little dry, but I don't know.
But I see you sometimes you be having a fresh joint though.
Sometimes when they like, yo,
what make you get like that?
What make me get a cut for reals when I'm in my room playing the game. My homie's like, yeah, we got the barber on the way. I'm like, all right, fuck it. If y'all getting a cut, I go get one too. I ain't calling it myself.
You just rolling with the game. You so fucking tall. I be arguing with Jeff about this show all the time because this shit a little missing up there. But y'all be so tall too. Most people not seeing it on a daily basis, only on TV. Right? That's crazy. But when you sign here, the amount of barbers I had on my DM,
bro,
my phone,
realtors and barbers.
Yo, tell KD,
crazy.
If you need a cut, I'm thinking to myself, Y'all know this man don't care about no fucking
I
haircut.
don't,
Look at
don't
him.
depend on that. Cut. I really used to care at one point about like, man, I'm gonna get cut this week. Then after a while, I was like, I'm way more relaxed when I'm just not giving a fuck. So I just started getting cut, start lotioning. I take showers. I take showers.
You get too much money, man.
That's what I was saying.
I get. You get too much money, man. You don't care about showering and haircut.
I shower. But I might go a day without 2 days. I might go 2 days sometimes without, you know what I mean, hopping in that water and wait till I get to the gym.
No. Shower pill? Nah, Katie, no.
I'm not saying after I work out. I'm not saying after I work out, I take a shower. I'm just
not
saying,
2 days without.
If I'm sitting in the house, like
fuck no. Lotion and haircut.
I might just want to go musty for the.
Wash your ass, man. Wash your ass, man. That's some bullshit, man.
He got some money.
All right, listen.
I like going.
No, man.
I'm just saying, man. I just like to feel close to like that the trenches like that. Like I used to say, fuck it, I can't get back to the neighborhood.
You still got a connection to that.
Be dirty, grimy. No,
we're not there no more, man.
No moisturizer. Like, I'm on that.
Nah,
you ain't on that. I ain't on this Playboy shit.
He the oldest YN ever. You not Uncle YN. You're not on that no more. All right, you're an artist, right? So I heard a couple of your raps. You put.
Again, shout out to Kevin Durant. I don't know what type of time Kevin Durant on, but I like this new energy to Kevin Durant. It's just he been on his bullshit, been talking cash money shit to niggas when he hitting threes in niggas' faces. I like this new energy that Kevin Durant is on. So, man, shout out to Katie. I fully support Kevin Durant on his big bag of bullshit that he recently have been on. But real quick, I do want to get your takes on Christmas Day games. Of course, y'all, with the NFL. One thing I can't say, the NBA may be able to sit here and take their Christmas Day back because this year for Christmas Day for the NFL, them games is kind of mid as hell, to be honest. But, again, real quick, first game is matter of fact, I forgot that. Before we get into this, I think New York is absolutely a bunch of probably some of the stupidest people on planet Earth. And I think it goes from the media people to just the fans. I think New York people and just in general, I think y'all stupid as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You might have to even point me in a direction to a smart New York person because I may just think that all y'all just dumb as hell. Because there's no way. And shout out to Adam Silver. I respect Adam Silver for sitting here throwing shots at ESPN because he was right. So people don't know what I'm talking about because before we get into the Christmas Day games, we do got to talk about the Emirates Cup. The New York Knicks did end up winning that one, and we talked about it, and we kind of was on the fence with it, but I did tell you I thought the Knicks had a better team than the Spurs. And so the Knicks end up pulling that game out and end up winning it. So again, after they won, Adam Silver was out there. He was doing, the after the game interviews, and he was talking to Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, D Wade, and all of them, and they was just sitting and having a conversation. And he was bigging up Amazon Prime because he was like, man, I love the way that y'all covering the game, hyping up the Emirates Cup. So even if you was watching the game and you was listening to the actual man, and I do one shout out.
What the fuck is ESPN doing?
So that's what it was about to get into. But shout out to D Wade. D Wade, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love D Wade when he commentate, when he do I love him and what's my man that work here? Work for Peacock. What's his name? Is Ingle something? I think his name Eagle. I think his name Eagle. Is that his name? Yeah. I fuck with him. With him and D Wade together. Him and D Wade is. On NBC, Peacock, But when they were doing the Olympics, they did a great job together. I just love him and D Wade together. But anyway, Amazon was doing an amazing job. Like if you've been watching the Emirates Cup, man, Amazon been smoking it. Their pregame show, their after the game show, they've been just completely smoking it. So he went on there and he was bigging up Amazon Prime, but at the same time, he was kind of indirectly shooting at ESPN in the perfect because he was like, bro, and they even talked about this. They players been saying this. Even Gilbert Arenas said this and say, dog, how can you sit here and shit on the NBA and at the same time try to be in business with the NBA? That don't make no sense. So again, after the Knicks win it, first take on is, Stephen A. Smith is a Knicks fan. So it's Stephen A. And I'm listening to the shit and I cut it off because that shit kind of like, I'm not even a Knicks fan and I kind of got offended. And it was like, so him and Magdal Russo on there and this stupid old ass white nigga just get loud and dumb. Someone, why would y'all hang up your banner and this, that, and the third, that fucking fake ass jump? But like, dog, the NBA trying to build something. How you shitting on something that they trying to build up? Like, what sense do that to me? If I'm ESPN, there's no way in hell I'm letting somebody come. How are you shitting on a product and we only got one game a week now?
You saying how do the ESPN act shit on? Because like that's just like the WNBA, they don't cover it like that's not full coverage. So you're gonna talk about it. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like those the conversations though. You're gonna talk about it. You're not gonna big it up. Because like I said, it's never. I think a lot of people look at it as a joke. But then at the end of the day, I feel like you can't say it's a joke because everybody's playing for it. You get money for it. Just like even I think somebody said, what's more of a bigger deal, the bubble trophy or winning the whatchamacallit, the Emirates Cup? I feel like, the bubble, of course, that's still an NBA championship. I don't understand why you don't hang it. You hang a banner for the Eastern Conference. That don't mean shit.
But that, and again, and that's what people
even
were
when you win
saying.
your division, you win
Exactly.
your division, you
Exactly.
hang up a banner. I don't understand. Like I said, it ain't that big of a deal, especially when you got other people. Like I told you before, when you said should Gilbert Arenas jersey be retired? There's nobody else up there retired. So if the Wizards would have won the cup, you saying I want to put this banner up there? Why? Because it's not a championship. Nigga, you ain't won shit else.
Exactly. But this is what I'm saying. But that's my point, and that's everybody.
But I feel like, but for ESPN, because you're a sports, you're not the NBA. It's not the NBA network. If this was the NBA network, I get it. This is ESPN. You covering everything. So of course that's your job.
Yeah, I know, but I get listen to what I'm saying though. But it's your job to cover it, but it's not your job to shit on it.
But they shit on a lot of things.
But listen to what I'm saying though, and it's why a lot of people don't listen to them. This is what I'm saying. What ESPN does is, and that is the reason why Gilbert Arenas podcast is so huge, and that's the reason why niggas go listen to 520. And guess what I'm telling you? If ESPN was getting it right, niggas wouldn't go listen to Gilbert Arenas. Nobody would go listen. What was the other niggas we was talking about? The Memphis niggas. Nobody would listen to none of them. ESPN got it right. They are getting it wrong, and that's why people are going to listen to other stuff.
I was wondering why the hell you still holding on to Shaq and them. Like, what the hell? Why they haven't been covering? Why they haven't been on it? Now you about to say and bring them in now? It's just like
I think maybe they wasn't getting enough games on Wednesday. I don't necessarily.
No, they only did that first the tip off, and that they're going to do after Christmas. But I never understood what was the point of the whole break.
Like I think because the NBA changed the way they schedule. Because I remember originally
you schedule because you on all these different streams.
Yeah.
But that's that's the whole thing. When you took away Turner Sports,
okay, Mike.
When you took away the Turner Sports, you kind of you shooting yourself in the foot. It's like we used to seeing Shaq and them. So now you bring them back. It's just like, all right, they was there for the tip off, but like now, like damn, I ain't seen them in so long. Like, am I really looking for them? You forget that they was even still coming.
No, I did. I ain't gonna lie. Man, again, like I said,
you told me before, it's bad promotion. Like, oh, you don't even know about these games because it's all in these different streaming apps.
But I can't. But again, why I can't say that because I feel like two things for sure. Amazon Prime get it right, but again, that because Amazon.
But if you don't go on Amazon Prime, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like they're a little, like I said, they're show.
Maybe maybe that's just your timeline. Because I'm telling you, on my jump.
No, I get it on the time. You might see it come on a timeline, but guess what? Whenever what's naming them, Kenny and all them did their little what's name, it was always on the timeline. You always see that. But what I'm saying is, even with the Prime, it's like you asked before. Damn, why NBA TV got this? They lost the whole Turner Sport thing, so they fishing for. They can't put nothing on there because they don't even have the studio no more, and that's why you don't see them covering the same way they cover. Like you said, why they on the Zoom calls and all that now on the NBA TV because they lost it with the Turner Sport stuff. Yeah. And that's why I say, like I said, you're doing a bad job. You should be having Kenny and them on there.
Yeah, ESPN just doing it wrong. That Mad Dog Russo shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit turned me the fuck off. And I'm not even a Knicks fan, but I'm just like, dog, why you trying to shit on this? Like, and the crazy thing
is, it's New York. I don't think they would have shit on it if it was anybody else. It's because it's New York, and we know how to, regardless of whether you win or not, it's New York.
Yeah, but so why not hype it up so their fans could buy into it more?
Because they don't believe in the shit. They like I said. You even forget that what's name not even the coach no more. Thibodeau's not even the coach no more.
Well, what do that have nothing to do with that? Got to do with
because I don't feel like do they have a better record than they had last year? I don't think they have a better record than they had last year.
But I'm missing on what does that got to do with them winning? They won
because it's New York. New York really don't, like I said, if it's not a championship, they won a championship. If it's not a
they haven't won a championship since 1973,
right? But
they're the second seed in the East
now.
Yeah,
they just moved up.
Nigga, they only lost 8 games.
Right, yeah. They just lost. Man, when we was talking about it, what's name before in the cup? Miami only lost 8 games. They lost 15 now.
Yeah, they number 2 in they number 2 in the East.
They number 2 in now.
And the next team is the Celtics. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. Shout out to Jaylen Brown for holding it down.
And they was at the bottom.
Shout out to Jaylen Brown. Again, like I said, that shit is stupid. If you actually a sports fan and you actually watch them basketball games especially those last like 4 or 5 games to the cup, niggas was playing for real. Them games were super competitive. Shit, even in that game, the Knicks was down by 11 in like the third quarter, and they came back. Them games is competitive as hell. Man, y'all niggas is crazy. Like, bro, I'm cool. Niggas just screaming and yelling and saying stupid shit. But again, like I said, I just wanted to get your takes on these Christmas Day games. The Cavaliers play the Knicks first at that 12 o'clock game. Who you got? Cavaliers or the Knicks? Knicks.
Cavaliers playing like some shit.
Yeah. 2:30 games. OKC versus San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm going OKC. I feel like they're gonna get their leg back. And shout out to Yeah, shout out to Ant. Ant hit that game win on OKC. OKC has lost 3 games now. Yeah, shout out to Ant. That was a huge 3. And I like them Christmas Day Jones. If I have it,
I wish they was.
Them shits look sweet with that jersey. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them Jones was one of them pairs like you actually watching him playing.
They had the Purple Rain jerseys.
Yeah, that shit just looked tight. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I would have like the ones you got. What's naming them? I would have rather had that gray and then I don't like that all. Like you would have had the gray on the accent.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them Jones. I got OKC. Dallas versus Golden State is the 5:00 game.
In Dallas.
And all these, and shout out to Cooper Flag. He kind of like turning this shit around a little bit. He been hooping like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like every other day, I'd be like, God damn, this nigga put a nigga on a poster. They been losing a lot of them games. Some of them games he be having like 42 and this and the third. They kind of lost a lot of them games where he be balling out, but he been hooping his ass off. He definitely like securing his rookie of the year jump.
Man, if you sit here and trade Anthony Davis, you gotta be the stupidest.
Yeah, I don't know why that's even a talk or conversation. Like, but to me,
the fact that you gave up Luka and then now you about to trade Anthony.
Yeah, it don't even make no sense. Why not wait until Kyrie get healthy? Like you don't even know what your team gonna really look like until Kyrie get healthy. That to me, I don't understand why they be even having those conversations. All right, so we both agree with Dallas at the 5:00 game. The 8:00 game is Houston versus the Lakers. I still don't really believe in the Lakers. I'm gonna go with Houston on this one.
But Lakers got a.
The Lakers got a better record than Houston, but I just still feel like the Lakers kind of just be like, I don't know. I just still really don't believe in them for real. Maybe I haven't really been, like I said, I've been working a lot, so I ain't really been locking in on a lot of games. I'm definitely gonna start back picking up and watching like I was before. That 10:30 game is Minnesota versus Denver. I'm gonna go Minnesota. I won't say they just beat Denver the other night while we talk. I won't say they beat them last night. What else is going on in the world? Do y'all believe? I'm about to play this and tell me, do y'all believe this math? You got to really listen to this the way this girl broke down the way people were out here fucking around.
And when you're cracking somebody raw, just remember, they're cracking somebody on the side, and then the person that they're cracking on the side is also cracking 5 more people on the side. So every time you're cracking one person raw, you're cracking about 20 people. Just think. It's 20 people you're cracking when you're cracking just that one person, that one motherfucking man. Because his side bitch has other side niggas, and then the side niggas have side bitch. You see what I'm saying? You following me? And when you're cracking somebody raw, just remember, they're cracking somebody on the side, and then the person that they're cracking on the side is also cracking 5 more people on the side. So every time you're cracking one person raw, you're cracking about 20 people. Just think. It's 20 people you're cracking when you're cracking just that one person.
So I guess
the age difference.
What you mean? On how young or how old somebody is?
Yeah. If you in your 20s, early 30s, I believe that. But older than that, hell no.
I think it goes both ways, old and young.
I don't think it's old. No. You think older people is fucking like that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen the
Nah,
thing with they had the recent HIV stats and stuff like it was amongst like
But no,
older
but
people.
but what I'm saying, I think it's more so like if you're older, you're not fucking 5. You're not having 5 partners. If you're
You
older,
must not be on TikTok like that because it's women out here.
Yeah, they be. I'm with Eric. I'm with Erica on that one.
Different niggas.
I know this. Yeah, because I think people. I think everybody out here. I think people out because when we're not talking about people in a relationship. You talking about people actually just
That's
out
a
here
side,
dating.
How you got a side? That's what she said. A side. If you said that's what she said.
No, I know what she said, but I don't necessarily think. I don't think.
That's why I said it was more so in the younger. It's more of a younger. I will believe that more so true in the younger than it is the older people.
Okay, if you saying maybe people stepping out in a relationship, but I think I'm just talking about just people out here having multiple sex partners or just out here dating and just kind of fucking around and trying to figure it out. I do think a lot of I do think it's a lot of older people out here because you just pay attention to how people just act on social media. It's a lot of old motherfuckers who be acting young as shit, and you kind of like that. So that dating habit or trying to just go out on all the time or trying to always be seen on social media, them people will still be fucking a lot of people. Like the more thirsty you are via your social media presence, I don't think you turning them down or you every nigga who trying to take you out on a date and you may be letting them niggas crack. I believe that math sound crazy, but I do think a lot of motherfuckers out here don't be paying attention to how many people that they be fucking with, and if y'all not in a committed relationship, maybe sleeping with other people. Like that, I think it is way more. That math, it sound crazy when you listening to somebody say it out, but then when you really think about it, I'm like, do you really be thinking sometimes like you just out here dating, you think you the only person that person fucking with? And if you're not the only person that person fucking with, is the person that they also else fucking with, is that the only person that they fucking with? So it kind of, that trickle down effect do kind of get tricky. You kind of should think twice about it. Again, like I said, I think a lot of people got to find a lot more discipline when it comes to their sexual relations as well, because it just kind of just like you almost playing tag at this point.
Something men do on dates that makes them look cheap even if they pay. I don't like them nigga look at the receipt too long. Like, bitch, just pay the motherfucking bill. You don't need to be studying what the fuck I bought.
Yes, I ordered 4 double shots.
Come on now.
Of course I did.
What's something?
I just played that clip because I remember just when we was talking about this maybe a few months ago, we were just sitting here saying just like how you could just hear so much wild, crazy shit via social media. It'll end up just making you kind of like it just make you not even want to date, and it'll turn you off a lot. I do. Hold on, what's this?
If you mess around, you will be found. This video shows the moment robbers grabbed expensive clothes and ran out of the front door of a crowded store. Thank you for staying up with us. I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Lorenzo Hall. Our Katie Lusso is in Alexandria to explain why this case kept officers on their toes.
The Alexandria Police Department has several of these mobile cameras parked throughout the city. The locations, they're not chosen randomly. They are picked based on data. And last week, they chose this spot. Well, that was something that paid off big time.
Stop. Relax. Stop.
These are the moments an Alexandria police officer took one of the 3 suspects seen in this footage running out of the Aloe on King Street with what police say was $8,000 worth of merchandise.
One of them threatened the manager and one of the employees with violence before all 3 of them grabbed just armfuls of merchandise, came outside.
Detective Anthony LaRusso is handling the case, but says an officer on patrol is who initially spotted the trio.
Alexandria Police camera that has feeds into all the computers in the patrol cars. And this officer happened to be watching it at that moment and saw the entire incident unfold.
He says the officer, who is part of the Alexandria Tourism-Oriented Policing Unit, rushed over and was able to arrest one of the women. They say she's from Baltimore and is now charged with robbery. Unfortunately, this isn't a new issue.
It's groups that move up and down the East Coast to do this organized retail theft.
But it's one Captain Mike May says they're working on.
Year to date, we're down 28% in larcenies, shoplifting, thefts. It's been a focus. We're working with the shop owners and the local businesses. We're sharing intelligence real time. We're sharing data.
Both officers say it's definitely frustrating when this happens.
So I take it a little personally. I live in Old Town. I like shopping here, and it is frustrating to see the same thing happen over and over again. But luckily, as of late, we're getting more leads.
They encourage people to come out to Alexandria for the holidays, but if you come here for the wrong reasons,
we just want them to know that, if you mess around, you're going to find out. If you come to the city of Alexandria to commit crime, we're going to hold you accountable.
Now, investigate.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. As soon as I heard where this was at, you got a lot of balls sitting here trying to steal and run out with that much shit on King Street. Oh, do you know how bad traffic be getting right there? Sometimes it don't. Man, that traffic don't even really get clear out that jump until damn near after 12 o'clock at night. Like, bro, especially if you're doing this in the middle of the day or like a 5 o'clock. No, every one of them streets, you're gonna get caught at a light and it's gonna be damn near jam traffic. How you think you're gonna get away?
Two shits about no damn light. You see how these young motherfuckers be driving? That's why a lot of these accidents be happening. Motherfuckers just be flying through the light. They don't give a damn.
Yeah, well, she got caught. And shout out to Alexandria for that type of police work. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, they got cameras in there in real time in the police cars. Like, that was crazy. I'm sure most people ain't know that until I probably just played that clip. That one was kind of insane, but it's just like, even, man.
What, on the car?
No, they basically got like a camera on the street, like a street camera, but the street camera plays into the police car.
Oh yeah,
I ain't know that. I literally ain't know that until I just heard that story. Like, that one, I'm sure them people ain't know that neither. I do want to play this clip because it's kind of go into parenting. Shout out to them, both of them from here.
I don't think I would ever just fully relinquish, complete and utter control over to an additional. But I do. I enjoy when people have blended families.
I'm gonna say, but that's what a blended family is. Because
sure.
the reality of it is, if you have a good person, let's say you got a good woman or a good man that comes into your life, and they're like wholeheartedly like parenting with you, I feel like at that point it's like, when do you say like you are a parent?
Yeah,
like it's not fair to. I feel like to reserve certain rights from them as a parent. Like,
No,
it's like,
for sure.
no, well, you are stepping up as a parent. I'm gonna allow you to be that parent.
No, and I think it's beautiful. Like one of my line sisters just got married. Her daughter, I think, is like 10 now. And I remember him making the speech at the wedding, and he specifically said like our daughter. And I think everybody like felt that like that was a moment, like because you want them to accept your.
But the
kid
thing is,
for
we
sure.
say we want it, but then we don't relinquish the power for it to be that.
It's hard. I'm just saying it's hard. I don't know
It
what
is,
that's
but
gonna
I think
be
that's
like.
why you have to decide and make that decision as a person and do the work so that you are able to do that, because that is a big reservation for people in dating. But then we sit here and say women get mad when a man say I don't want to date a woman with kids. But it's like, well, duh.
I don't get mad. You don't.
I mean,
One thing about it, if you don't want to date folks with kids,
there's gonna be somebody else for sure.
Yeah, it's totally okay.
Which is fine. But what I'm saying is that people get offended, or people be like, well, that's closed-minded and this and that. Well, yeah, because you closed-minded, to be honest.
Yeah.
The way you handle it is closed-minded. So I think for women, we really have to get to a space where it's like, you really got to know what you're looking for, what you want, and you got to live in that. I think we got to figure that out, especially as single moms, you know. And I think
at first, at face value, I'm really not looking for a step parent. I think that's what it is too. Like I'm not looking for.
But you just said that it was beautiful and you would love that.
No, it is beautiful, but I'm not. That's not something that I'm not looking to fill a void in parenting. I'm looking to fill a void romantically, and that's something that would come additionally. So my the first thing is not saying how good of a father could you be. That's not where I'm looking for.
Well, no,
immediately.
not saying that the first thing, but also thinking about it in terms of what does that man want? Because even if you're saying I'm filling a void romantically, right? There's a man that could just be your boyfriend and not be your stepfather in no capacity. He could never want to meet your kid. Is that a deal breaker?
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it's like, but the people that want to be involved with your kid, they don't want just a half-ass, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to really marry you and things of that, then it's like, if I'm thinking of that, I am thinking of what does that look like for me in the parenting scope? So it's like things that we have to consider that I don't think that we really get to do, or that we do as women, because it's like we're so busy living in autopilot of being a mom.
I don't think
the reason why I wanted to play this clip is because I had 2 relationships that I kind of really wanted to be in seriously. And I think that was one of the biggest red flags where we kind of bumped heads at, where it was like the woman be wanting you to show up financially or in whatever capacity they want you to show up in, to play stepdad, but they don't want you to sit here and be able to. And when I say discipline their kid, I don't mean whoop their kid. I mean like talk to their kids sturdy and hold them accountable and be like, dog, you tripping right now. Like, they don't want you to see and say nothing. But if I can sit here and spend thousands of dollars on taking you on trips or whatever the case may be, you telling me I can't say nothing to this little motherfucker? I gotta just shut the fuck up and allow them to just wild out and do whatever, and you ain't stepping up and saying shit. This shit, and you know this shit is fucking making my skin crawl. That's crazy to me. Like, and so I do, that's why when I seen this clip, I'm like, bro, I've experienced this on 2 different occasions with 2 women that I really was fucking with and felt like I was willing to go above and beyond for, but they were sitting here still. You can't sit here and allow me to spend money, but you sitting here trying to put handcuffs on me on how I can voice my opinion on something that I feel like is just out of fucking pocket. Like, that to me is kind of crazy. So when I heard them, I was like, that shit really hit home for me. So I get, I mean, y'all are parents in here, so I mean, I'll get y'all opinion on that.
I think it all depends on the situation. I mean, just how you just said that right now, I can kind of, I understand, like, if somebody's a parent and you're not a parent, so for you to sit here and try to be like, all right, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you might feel like, all right, you overstepping your boundaries.
I'm not overstepping my boundaries when I spend my money.
You spending money. That's not, no. I didn't.
No, you know how many parents out here think they parents and they just spend money?
But you spending the money because of the parent, not the kid.
I'm spending money on the kid. What are you talking about?
You spending money, but the person that you're spending it because of you're pressing the parent. You're not pressing the kid. That's why you're spending that money.
So if I'm taking this kid out, if I'm taking this kid on trips, or if I'm taking this kid out on the weekends, you trying to figure out something to do on the weekends, and you ain't come up with shit, but I came up with shit, and I'm the one paying for it, and I'm the one taking the kid. I'm supposed to just.
You're doing it to impress the parent, right?
How it's not impressing the parent? I'm trying to build a relationship with the kid. The fuck? What you mean the parent is here, but they ain't paying for shit? What the fuck are you talking about? The kid is still benefiting on it. If I take your kid to Disney World, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't give a fuck if I'm impressing the woman, but the kid is still experiencing it. It ain't like the kid at home.
Right, but that's you might have paid. Okay, you might have paid for Disney World. Cool, right? But the conversation that you probably interrupting or whatever you get, what are you getting on her for being ungrateful?
Yes. So I'm not allowed to say shit. I just got to shut the fuck up.
I feel like it's a touchy situation.
is.
It's very touchy. I think like that conversation needs to be had in the beginning.
So it should be had before I spend $1, right?
It should. I mean, because if this is who you want to be with, then it should definitely be a conversation that should be had. Like, if that's how that person feels, like you can't say nothing, you can't discipline my child, you can't do none of that, then that should be said in the beginning, and then you can decide whether or not you want to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because prior to that, my only thing is prior to before going to Disney World, what was the conversation with the kid before that?
It probably you probably if it's just because I think realistically, I mean, it's just kind of even just like when you dating an adult. It's a difference between if y'all just go out on the nighttime from then when y'all start to spend the night together. You don't really get to see, like, I may not see that side of the kid if we just going out, or, you know, we might go to the circus or we may go skating. We may do whatever. You may not see that in small spurts, like on a Friday or a Saturday. They may not just have it. But when you flying on, you fly somewhere and then you got to wake this kid up because y'all got to be at the fucking park at a certain time, and that kid wake up and just acting fucking crazy or not appreciative, or at dinner time, they complaining and don't want to eat their food and just wasting money and shit like that. Like, bro, all of that shit kind of just like you don't.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, because if you wasn't beforehand, I get it. If you was around all the time and you there, then cool, that's fine. But because if you was around it, you probably know how that kid is. So it's just like, all right, we out on this vacation or whatever the case may be. It was like, all right, you ain't been around the kid for real to know how they act. So now you speaking or telling the kid, oh, all right, you know, you doing too much, you blah, blah. It's like,
but that's two differences. I feel like if you're there, if you're spending time with that child and the mother on a regular basis, then you do know that child.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying,
like
but
at
I'm
some
looking
point,
at.
I should be able to. Like if I'm sitting here and they do, you know, you would feel like, dang, I should.
Right,
be able to
but
say
that's
something.
that's somebody who's around. But like I said, from what Mikey is saying, I feel like why that person probably saying is like, all right, you're not around all the time, so you probably don't know how she act, or whatever the case. Maybe you don't know how they might act on this situation. So for you be like, oh, now you been a spoiled brat, but it was like, I don't need you to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people kind of like feel like, I know my kid, I don't need you to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't want to hear that.
I feel like if it's a conversation that's been had, or even if you've just been around that person, that you can't spank my children, but you can, if you see that they need to be corrected, you can say it in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had. Now, if you just come in and you seeing me and you dipping out, you not seeing, then you don't have a right to say anything to them. But if you're actually trying to be with me and make a life with me, then it's something that, because they have to learn how to respect you as well.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's on the parent, it's on the opposite parent to let them know that, you know, you gotta respect this person.
Yeah, I get it. And then I even I had that same with a different girl, and it was just like I was telling her, I'm like, bro, you don't really spend time with your kid. And that's why when you see him saying it's just money, no, you put a roof over your kid, but your kid just sitting in the room all day, got to play by themselves. Why the fuck you don't go in the room and play with your kid and like toys or fake cooking and do some shit, like, bro, yeah, you don't know what that, man. All right, bro, you got it, though. I ain't trying to, like, motherfuckers a lot of y'all just be having kids and don't be even like, I just like that conversation that they had. That shit to me kind of it definitely. I heard that clip and that was one of them clips where I was like, yeah, I can relate to this shit. That shit hit a fucking nerve on me because that.
But that's why. But okay, listen to that clip. But like, are you okay? Like, would you just like? I'm just going to deal with people with no kids. Do you find that like? Is that your thing?
I mean.
Because you don't have kids, so that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why I said
at this point, I'm not sitting here saying I would avoid it. Like, if I meet somebody that I really fuck with and they got kids, cool. But if am I like sitting here? I think it's case by case. It depends on the person, like how much you fuck with the person. I wouldn't give a fuck if they got kids, because at this point, at this age, like I feel like, nigga, I don't got no kids. I probably ain't gonna have one. It is what it is at this point. So it's not. I'm not holding my breath away. I'm one of them people like, damn, I want my girl to have, her kid to be my first kid. Like I'm too old for that shit at this point.
No, but I just feel like it would, like with me, right? If I was to sit here, I couldn't talk to no girl right now with no kid because I have kids. Now, but if I didn't have kids, I don't think I could take the responsibility of talking to somebody who got kids.
Yeah, because I can't take that. I can't. No. All I'm just saying is I could take the responsibility if I can take the responsibility fully. I'm not about to sit here and be a trick for you and your kid, and I can't say nothing. I gotta just pay for shit and shut the fuck up. Or I gotta take this little nigga to basketball practice and I can't say nothing, and he playing like ass. I can't even correct him on how he playing. I can't make this nigga go do suicide.
It's also on how you do it. like you don't come in there like this is my child. So you're not gonna come in here and put your foot down like talking to them any type of way. Like you just not gonna do it. But if you can do it in a way that's like, hey, I saw you out there, maybe you should try doing this. But it's not like you're not his father. And in my situation, I'm not expecting you to be my child's father, but if you're gonna be there, they're gonna respect you and you're gonna respect them. So you have the right to say something, but it's all in how you say it.
I mean, I get it. Again, that's why I say that's why I say with those situations, I do feel like a lot of those conversations, I think they should be had early, if possible, as early as possible. Because I agree with you. You don't want to sit here and make too much of commitments, and then you get your feelings hurt when, again, if you see him saying I'm taking somebody to basketball practice, this little nigga ass. But only time he touch basketball is when he go to basketball practice. Like that's the same way when we sit here talking about niggas who work at ESPN. The only time I see you should not be just on ESPN. So that if you're gonna play basketball for real. The only time you be touching the basketball shouldn't be when you just going to basketball practice. It should be like, hey, go outside, dribble the ball.
Talk to the mother, be like, tell her how you feel, and then you can go to, and then you can be like, oh, well, let's go play basketball like when you get out of school. Something like that, but you just coming in demanding this is what it's going to be. We gonna have to do it this way. It's going to change my way. What? No, we not, because that's not your responsibility.
And then on top, like you just can't just be talking shit just to talk shit because you watch clips. It's like, all right, nigga, you ain't never played basketball, so how the hell you gonna tell my son? You know what I'm saying? Like people have that mentality. Like, how you gonna come in and tell my kid you ain't never played lick a ball? All you do is watch LeBron highlights. So that's why I'm saying that also comes into it too.
Yeah, but you know how many basketball coaches ain't never played basketball?
That's
that don't
cool,
that don't make no sense
but,
what you just said.
It do like you. So let me get this right. If you was a girl, right, and you had a son, and a nigga never played basketball, but he come in like, oh, your son's some ass.
But what's the difference? You saying I never played basketball? You saying I never played in the NBA?
No, you never played like
nigga. I played basketball. I played basketball on the same team with you before. We played on the same exact teams. Wherever you play. If I never played basketball, then you never played basketball. I have a Largo jersey. I got a picture with a Largo jersey on the same way you got one. So if I never played, you never played. What the fuck are you talking about? I played basketball the same way you did. Did you play in Division I? No, neither the fuck did I. What the fuck are we talking about?
Again, what I'm trying to say, if I've never seen you touch the, like you said you had pictures. Nobody's seen those pictures. If you sit here like I said, the whole conversation, it just like I said, if you sit here talk to a girl, you be like, oh nah, you boom, boom, boom. Oh, I play basketball. When did you play basketball? What do you got to show? That's all I'm saying. Like I said, you giving criticism. Like I said, I can get criticism of my kids if they never see me play or actually.
Man, you know how stupid you sound right now?
No, I don't. How stupid I sound?
You sound dumb as shit, nigga. You know how many? No, do you know how many people? I've never seen none of these niggas who fucking. I guess what I've never seen. I've never seen fucking Lethal Shooter play basketball outside of Instagram. That don't mean he can't play basketball. I've never seen him play basketball before. I'm literally can only watch what he do on Instagram. What the fuck are you talking about? And niggas still go to him and get trained. Nigga ain't never seen him play in the fucking NBA before. A nigga ain't never seen him play in March Madness.
Yes,
where the fuck is it at? What's the March Madness? What's his March Madness clip? Where was his fucking draft stock? But that don't mean he don't play basketball. The fuck are you talking? Monica McNutt, she played for fucking Georgetown and she was getting buckets at Georgetown. Every fucking body that work at ESPN that's a woman played and they got March Madness highlight videos for days, but they didn't fucking, just because Monica McNutt never played in the WNBA. But guess what she do? She still covers the New York Knicks and the fucking, for the actual Knicks broadcast at the highest level. Never played in the WNBA. What the fuck does that mean? She don't know basketball? That means she can't critique Caitlin Clark because she ain't making it to the WNBA? Is that what you see here telling me? Again, dog, sometimes you gotta listen to what you're saying.
But listen. Okay, so if Dwight was to sit here and tell you how to play basketball, you gonna listen to fucking Dwight? He played basketball. He played on the same team as me. Is that what you about to sit here and say?
What is it? What are we judging off of? Because none of y'all don't got no fucking highlight tapes. Where your highlight tape at? You don't got one. So if I wasn't there personally and seeing you play basketball,
but that's what I'm saying. Listen to the image that you're sitting here portraying. I never known you to play basketball. You can't sit here and be like, oh no, this is what you got to do. I never seen you play basketball. So that's what I'm just trying to say. For you to sit here, the females you're dating, they didn't know you play basketball. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You might come off real aggressive, like, oh, this is what you got to do. But then I see you play. I'm like, nigga, you can't fucking play.
I guess I'm sure if that's the case, then motherfucking I'm sure it's so many niggas that coach in the NBA. If that's the case, then why the fuck is JJ Redick coaching right now?
What do you mean? JJ had a great college career. And he played in the NBA.
He was Maurice Cheeks in the NBA. He had a great college career.
He had a long time in the NBA.
Yeah, there's a lot of niggas who got a long time in the NBA and ain't done shit neither. Again, that's what I'm saying.
But listen to what you. That's what I'm saying.
You're proving my point. That you don't have to play back. You don't have to play basketball. JJ Redick didn't play basketball at the same level as Luka or fucking LeBron, but he's still their coach.
But again, what I'm trying to tell you is you to sit here and say, "How I'm gonna criticize your son, tell your son is some ass," because, like I said, I never seen you play. That's what I'm just saying.
Okay, my last question, and we can change topics because you just sound dumb. Have you ever seen Stephen A. Smith play basketball before?
No.
All right.
What does that mean?
Stephen A. Smith criticized niggas for a living, right?
He's a journalist. That's what he get paid to do. Nigga, you're not a journalist. I'm just saying. Look, no, I'm just saying you could about to sit here.
You just keep moving the goalpost. So just because he's a journalist, because he's a journalist, he watched basketball like I watch basketball. He never played. What's the difference? Tell me what's the difference between me and Stephen A. Smith?
I don't watch basketball, but who values his opinion if he didn't play?
Everybody. That's my point.
Oh.
So that's my point. Thank you, Erga. You just proved my point. No, everybody values his opinion, and he ain't never played shit.
I don't know, but on ESPN they value his point. But if he said he came and be like, "Oh yeah, you need to work on your jump shot," nobody's going to listen to him.
Niggas go back and forth with him. He didn't went back
on his show. What I'm trying to tell you is, if a female, if you sit here and came to my son and be like, "Oh, nah, you need to do this, you need to," like, I'd be like, "What did you do?"
All right. Well, I mean, I guess if that is the credentials for people giving their opinion, then I don't think them niggas shouldn't get their opinion on nothing. Then if you basically sitting here saying you cannot critique nobody or tell nobody what to do if they have not actually done it, then cool.
As soon as them YNs start putting on quarter zips and carrying around briefcases and wearing ties and shit, they let Pooh Shiesty out of jail and he dropped the hardest song since Thriller. The CIA ain't going out without a fight, man. This shit just getting started.
That man Pooh Shiesty gave us 5 straight minutes of just sliding. No chorus, no hooks, no bridges, just bars. Not even no.
Shout out to Pooh Shiesty. I do want to play this clip of this lady real quick. Sitting here, and this is just funny as shit because this woman just look absolutely fucking insane. I just want to play this clip though.
Hey, check this out, bro. A couple years back when I said that put your stuff on live, I give you $1,000. I was talking to a girl.
I could use $1,000
on the live. I was
think
going
I'm
out
willing
for
to do it.
About asking me for some. About asking me for some money. I don't do that at all.
Pop in real quick, show some lips, get on out of there.
You know, that ain't so. All y'all, and it just went crazy around Christmas time. All y'all keep saying that. They going crazy. Is the put your thing on still on live for? Is the deal still on the table for $1,000? The deal ain't never been on the table. It was just something I was saying that went viral. So get out my DM asking to show yourself for $1,000.
Fuck would possess some of y'all to DM me like, I'm not Boosie, but I got $1,000 for you to let me see it. You are so bold. Have you no mother? Have you no dignity? Have you no access to my payment details? I feel like they're posted pretty clearly. My Venmo is your corporate bestie. My Cash App is Alexandria_Iris. Do you need help sending me that money? And also, do you know that this is lips only? Okay, this is just, you know how it starts like this and then it kind of blinks at you. This is just like this, right? No opening, no smiling for the camera, just straight lippage. Really, I should make you pick left or right because you're not Boosie. But for $1,000, yeah, I'll show you a little lip slip. That's no problem. But in this case, closed mouths, closed lips do get fed. So
Man, shout out to this white girl. She funny as shit for that one. I ain't gonna lie. Have y'all seen the AI videos? Oh man, this one got me, and I feel such like a hornball. So I don't know if any of y'all seen this video. It was basically of this tall, like caramel, light skin Joan. She had like some all white on, and she came her skin oily as shit, titties oily as a motherfucker. She come in the house, take her boots off, and start cooking salmon. This video went super viral, and I did not know it was AI until I seen this video of this woman breaking this down, and I was like, all right, dog, I'm cool. Now this is when you ask me, do I want to talk to single women? This is why you kind of almost want to just only deal with women who got kids. I need some proof of evidence that you are an actual woman and you are a real human being, because this shit is crazy. I'm talking about this video, the original video of this woman walking into this. She literally walked. I'm talking about the video was fine. I'm like, damn, she edited the shit out of this video. Like this, I'm talking about, I'm sure y'all seen this, John. This lady, I'm talking about tall, walking in titties perky and shit. She got this all white outfit and just skin glowing like shit. She in there cooking salmon, titties perky. You know, she put the salmon up close where you can see her titties and while she cooking the salmon. Oh my God, this shit was fake. I was so heartbroken.
Guys, this has got to stop. With Instagram, first thing I see is this. I'm like, wow, baddie. She's a baddie. And then I continue watching and I'm like, okay, let me see. This is AI. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, this is AI. And then I got let down a rabbit hole of Instagram accounts of women that aren't real. And the comments are full of men thirsting. We're cooked. Guys,
and she just did another joint of a man, and this shit was funny how she broke. Where her joint she did the one of the man? Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought, here you go.
So even though this man is Fineee, fine, you will not believe the scandal about this fitness influencer. I've seen this morning and I read it and I couldn't believe it. You will not believe what he did. Haven't seen it, you must have been living under a rock. But the thing is, he did nothing, because that's AI. What you are looking at here is an AI generated image made by Nano Banana 2. This is also an image created by Nano Banana 2. And so is this. Now, when AI videos came out, we had a kind of luxury. We could see it, right? You could see it was AI. It moved funny. The fingers were all messed up. But now Google have released this new Nano Banana Pro. It's been around for some time. They've fixed all the bugs. You can genuinely make things so hyper realistic that you cannot tell if it is real or if it isn't. I am on social media a lot. I see a lot of videos and images, especially of fitness influencers. I was thinking, who's this guy? Who is this guy? He's not real, which is a shame. What on earth is happening? Now, I don't mean to scare you, but I do need to say this. If you engage with fitness content and you look at people's physiques, there was a lot of rules and regulations that you couldn't edit people's bodies using AI, but now you can, because they've built him like a sim. The more you engage with stuff online, I do want to tell you, it's going to get hard to differentiate what is real and what isn't. Many people, many companies, many ads that are going to start getting run are made with AI, and the imagery and the realism of them, you will think it's a real person's body. You will think it's a real person's physique. And I'll show you an example from one of the videos.
This isn't a real athlete. It was built completely with AI. Every image, every detail created from scratch. For the first time, you can learn how to build one yourself. The system just...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit crazy, dog. It's just scary how good they done kind of got this shit down to a T. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, this is absolutely nuts how good they got this shit done. What was another one? I you know, real quick, because I do want to play this. I want to play this clip because I feel like a lot of people just don't watch TV shows. So I do want to play this clip.
Why, as a Black person, I can't turn on the TV and find not one single show that portrays my community in a positive light? We used to have Martin. We had Living Single. We had Sister. We had all that. We had a different world where Black people was at college. We don't have not a single show that portrays us in a positive light. The whole Power Book series is so good. Don't get me wrong. But in all of them, we drug dealers and murderers. A little Black girl can't turn on the TV and see a mama and a daddy in a household thriving. It's either us doing something that's bad, or it's reality TV, which is just showing Black women fight other Black women over nothing, like men. Why?
And again, this is and the reason why I wanted to play this clip, because I just think people just don't watch TV. This girl, you saying that like The Chi is a perfect example of the show that you're talking about. Bel-Air is overly a better even version of what you're talking about. Maybe if you can see and say it's not a lot of them, yeah, but they on there, and when they on there, people don't talk about them the way they talk about those dumb ass reality show TVs, or they don't talk about them the way they talk about Power. But that's why I personally myself, I make sure when we come on here, when The Chi, we talk about The Chi. You talk about Bel-Air, because even what was the joint that was on Netflix? What is the joint called? Forever, and it was a perfect. I'm talking about a whole black cast, and it was a mother and father was in there together. It was a single mom who was on there, but her and her baby father was co-parenting, and and realistically, the co-parenting family was more hands-on than the fucking parent with the two households. So again, when you sit here saying that we don't have shows, we do, but people just don't talk about them, or you overlook them. What you're drawn to is the baddies and the Real Housewives or whatever, or fucking Power, or whatever case. You're not looking for good black shows. Even this Vince Staples shit, like maybe it's not no family oriented show, but this ain't some hood ghetto people shooting up and selling drugs and nothing. It's something completely different.
I think you're missing the part when she said on TV. I think that's the problem, where it's like, yeah, it's on streaming. Like you said, Bel-Air, that's on. If you don't have Peacock, you wouldn't know nothing about it. Now The Chi, I think, was that Showtime?
Yeah, that's Showtime.
That shows, like I said, it's not actually on TV. I think that's where you kind of.
But let's be real. In majority, I mean, we live in a day
like
and
even
age.
like the what's the name there? If you said the what's the joint with Cedric
Blackish.
Entertainer?
What's his shit called? The Neighbors?
Yeah,
Neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's what I'm saying. Like you said something like that, which is like they said that's on TV. I think that's what she probably trying to get at. It's not on TV no more.
But you can't sit here and say it's not on TV. If you say, you can't. I'm the reason why I'm sitting here and say you can't sit here and say you can't count the streamers, because stop, nigga, Power ain't on TV. Then if that's the case, would you?
No, Power's on, but it's on Star.
That's an app.
No, Stars is still a channel on the cable. No, that's what I'm saying.
But you got to pay for Stars though. It's not a free. It's
right,
not.
No, that's why they probably saying that it's not nothing on TV. Besides whatever time.
But okay, just I guess my last pushback on that is just think about how you was looking at me crazy when I was still paying for cable. How many people actually paying for cable? So when I feel like if you sitting here saying this, you're 9 times out of 10 you're watching TV on streaming platforms. You're not watching actual cable, because majority y'all, everybody, even people listening to the show, y'all was listening to me like, nigga, why you was looking at me like I got 2 heads when I'm saying I'm still paying cable. Niggas like, why are you paying cable? Get a Fire Stick, do this. So most people are watching streaming platforms and not watching actual, like, hey, let me see what's on CBS today. And she younger than all of us.
I hear, but that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people just get turned away. Like I said, even when I told you, what's the show? Like even like 911, for example, it was a black family on there. But I think, like I said, a lot of people don't pay those no mind because it's not what y'all looking for.
I mean, you doubled that. That's what I just said.
But that's what. It's not that many shows on there. Like when we went down the list, like when I said Rock, Jamie Foxx, like
no. I agree, but even perfect, but even still, sitcom wise, shit. What's the joke? Shit, the Upshaws.
That's on Netflix.
No, how many people? I'm sure more people watch Netflix than they watch regular TV shows. And it was another joint on there outside. It wasn't just the Upshaws. What else? What was the other joint? It was on Netflix. It was I gotta try to remember.
That's the only one I know. That was a black one.
I want to say I thought. Well, while we talking about that, shout out to the Different World. They are doing a different.
Miss Pratt, had, that's BET Plus. That's not something you would see on BET. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, of course, I do know they upload some of them on Amazon Prime. Miss Pat show is one of them shows I wish it go on Netflix. I feel like if Miss Pat show was on Netflix, that shit would do 100 times more and way more people to talk about it. But
I think that's probably what the whole argument is.
Again, like I said, shout out to the Different World. The Different World, they are doing a Different World spinoff, and they will be having members from the original cast on the Different World spinoff. So I am glad that they are bringing that to Netflix again. Shout out to Netflix. Damn, it was a show I felt like it was another joint outside of the Upshaws. What was the other joint on
Netflix? You talking about what's the name of them? The little governor? She governor? That one?
That one. And what was the other joint that was it was a thick light-skinned girl, and I talked about the joint on here. What was the joint called?
Shit?
No, what was it called? Was it called Thickness or something? What was the name of her show? It was Thick something. I'm gonna put it in. Hold on. Life of a survival. What is it? The Survival of the Thickest. Yeah, that was the name of the show, and that's an all black cast.
I don't think nobody really knew about that one.
But that's again, I think people just don't be looking for it. It's her, the big, thick, light skin John on there. And I'm gonna say that was
I don't think nobody.
And this was what season 2? Yeah, and I think they got renewed for season 3. I think people just don't be looking for more. Even shit Harlem. Like people I think just again.
I don't think nobody. What was Harlem? That was
Harlem was on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think people just don't be looking for them shows.
Insecure. What was that on?
That was on HBO Max or HBO.
Yeah, see, I don't think. I think she probably more so like on the sitcom wise type.
Yeah, let me go real quick before we get out of here.
Bro, I can't stand Boston Richie. He really had the nerve to post this bullshit. If he ain't spending, no bending. Are you fucking gay? Are you talking about yourself getting bent over? What the fuck is wrong with you? Who are you to tell us what we need to do for a woman for us to fuck her? What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? You're a fucking snitch. You're literally on camera in an interrogation room talking to police for fucking 3 hours. And you think we're gonna take female advice from you? Because you need to pay mad bread to get pussy? We don't have to buy Birkin bags and go to fucking Louis Vuitton to get some pussy. We treat bitches like shit and we still fuck. You have to trick because you're a fucking rat who gets no fucking pussy before you were famous. You're not about to tell us what we have to do for bitches to fuck us. You are the wrong fucking messenger if he ain't spending, no bending. You sound like a fucking female, Bro, I can't...
Man, shout out to this white boy. He just went crazy on Boston Richie. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you wanted to know realistically why you can't take everybody don't need a fucking AM job, and you gotta appreciate Ebro and them, because Ebro and them never would have done this corny shit. Let's talk about this fucking Funkmaster Flex shit.
She's a bird. Continue the story.
Now, Flex, you know you can't say that.
What's her name?
This Kalamora Lisa.
Russell's all white, right?
Back to the family, but back to the family.
And the baby was beaten at. Go ahead. Finish the story. Say word. Finish the story. That is not nice. Now, what does she need?
Back in the Fab Lane, her reality show is out. We get to see Kimora.
Hey, I just seen my face and my name attached to some shit. Watch all the niggas. Out of respect for the woman, you know what I'm saying, who goddamn they speaking on. I felt the need to come clear that shit up. That shit is 1,000% false. OG, I don't know what the hell you got going on, or what even made you goddamn feel comfortable enough to goddamn throw my name out there so loosely like that. But that shit ain't true. I'm looking forward to seeing you clear that up. I'm disappointed. I'm looking forward to you clearing that up, Flex. But yeah, that ain't true at all.
So shout out for the baby for clearing that. So people don't know what that was. That was Funkmaster Flex, and of course, Funkmaster Flex filled in for Ebro and Rosenberg because, of course, that show was canceled. So he took place for that one for that first Monday when they was coming back, and this was him feeling like he needed to get the numbers going and get that. So he came out and said that Kimora Lee was dating or fucking around with the baby, and basically the baby came out and cleared it up. And shout out for the baby for sitting here trying to. I want to say he just dropped a new project because I listened to 2 new songs of his, and I know it's been like a tricky uphill battle for him. People kind of not really paying him no attention. Yeah, it's only a 1 song. I heard 2 jumps. I thought it was a whole project. That's not a project. Oh, well, he put out 2 new singles, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I like both of them Jones. He got a Jones called Out of Your Business and Paper Low, and both of those songs, there wasn't no like I'm trying to come up with like a catchy hook and I'm trying to be the baby. He was actually just rapping and really talking about like what's going on and him getting blackballed and him talking about his real life, being a dad and how he, co-parenting and shit like that. Him talking about actual real life shit that people can listen to and kind of like, oh damn, I like this version of the baby. And he didn't do that same little old cadence that he be trying to do when he trying to chase the hit. So again, like I said, the baby put out 2 new songs. I know that people still kind of like really ain't rocking with him like that, but one is called Paper Low and the other Joan is called Out of Your Business. I actually thought he put out a project because I just seen 2 singles. I'm like, damn, he must have put out a project. So now he just put out 2 singles. So again, like I said, shout out to the baby for that one. Yeah, I feel like that was pretty much it. I ain't got too much else for y'all. I could play this girl from Baltimore.
Like shit, I can't relate to selling pussy. I never did that. So I don't know anybody. I don't have no lyrics for that.
Yeah.
The same way.
Let's go make me a studio game.
Yeah, that's fine. And also the same way I tell people, like, I've never wanted to be in the streets. When you born in the streets, it's different.
Yeah.
I never wanted that. Like, I don't know what age you had your kids, but some shit you brought them with you.
14, 15,
even when
shit.
you didn't want to.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. So it's like, I don't want to tell nobody like to sell drugs. Like, what I'm rapping about is pain. And if I'm rapping about a nigga, I'm not telling bitches to go fuck another nigga when you get mad at that nigga. Get your bag up. Cause that's what I seen real bitches do.
Yeah.
That's what I seen real men respect. I seen real men respect or cry their eyes out. You cheated on her and she went and got her degree. She went and bust up on you. She went and did this.
Yeah.
That's the shit I congratulate. You getting mad at a nigga and fucking another nigga is not a flex, baby.
No.
Again, happy holidays. Like, share, and subscribe, please. If you are listening to this, Marcus just dropped this, I guess, soon as as possible. I mean, you kind of keep it close to Tuesday, but I know that people are, getting close to not have to work, and people, whatever people got to work. Hopefully, these 3 hours, close to 4 hours, helped you get through your last work days before the holidays. And if you out in the streets moving about, buying last minute gifts, please drive slow, be careful, man. And man, again, and I'm glad I seen somebody kind of, and that's why I'd be mad that sometimes I of course, working, wasn't getting out on the clips, but I seen somebody on Threads and it was kind of going viral, and they were just talking about how y'all niggas can't drive around that circle, and they was like they should add those circle turns into when people are getting their driver license level, because y'all cannot drive around them circles. Them circles kick y'all ass every single goddamn day. I don't care which one it is, but them any of those little circle turns in anywhere in Maryland or DC, I swear to God, to kick y'all ass. The Joan on Massachusetts Avenue, when that little going into DuPont Circle, y'all can't drive around that one. Them circles literally be giving people hell. But again, like I said, if you are out, please be careful, pay attention, and get off your phone, dog. Like, please stay off your phone. Like, that shit, 9 times out of 10, if you actually be driving and you be looking at people when it's almost damn near about to be an accident, or you see somebody swerving or somebody missing the light, always in their fucking phone, dog. Please just drive careful. Don't go too crazy on the horns, because I do know that everybody ain't on the same page, and niggas are kind of living on the edge a little bit. I just keep double down on that. And again, if you need an extra kick into working into your fitness and your health, because if you're somebody like me and you've been just working ridiculously and you can kind of feel your body just feeling like shit, go get you some detox teas. Even if you gotta go get you a fat burner, go to GNC or Vitamin Shop, ask them what's their strongest fat burner. Help yourself get your metabolism started again and get back into just, even if you, and again, for some, I know a lot of people be like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because I don't know what to do. Just get on the treadmill. I don't do the Stairmaster because I don't have enough hand-eye coordination, so I'm a treadmill person. Get your ass on the treadmill, or if you're a Stairmaster person, get on the Stairmaster. Get on there for an hour, 2 hours a day, and kind of just lock in. And then pace yourself until you feel comfortable, until you feel like all the extra. That's why I don't even complain about the gyms being jam-packed and everybody gonna be on the on all the machines. Cool. I just find me a treadmill and I sit my ass on there until y'all niggas get out the way. By Valentine's Day, y'all will be out the way and I can get back to lifting weights. So again, like I said, like, share, and subscribe, please. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I don't even like the happy holidays shit, bro. I'm an American, dog. Merry fucking Christmas. All that other shit, y'all can kiss my ass, dog. I celebrate Christmas. I don't know about all that other shit. Merry Christmas. Well, I'll be back before New Year's. Merry Christmas, and I'll holler at y'all next week. Please be safe, be careful, and appreciate your family, dog. Appreciate your family, because again, I think even when it comes to just giving gifts, like good gifts to your parents, like the older you get, you don't know how many Christmases you're gonna have with your parents. So again, the way you want to show out for your kids, you please make sure you show out for your parents the same way as well, because you don't necessarily know how many more Christmases you're gonna have with your parents. So you don't want to sit here and half-ass your parents, especially if you had good parents that constantly show up for you, even when they show up for you as an adult. Please don't half-ass your parents. So again, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. We'll be right back here each and every Tuesday. Bulture Podcast. I'll holler at y'all next week.